everybody. How's it going? I hope you're well. It is Tuesday night, my favorite day of the week until it's Saturday. And how's the sound? In fact, hey Steph, how's the sound?
Sounds pretty good, Mary.
Ooh, girl, you sound real good. Ooh, how's that sound? Hang on now. Let me think. Everybody give it up for Stephanie Cake. Oh, wait. Well, yeah, but also, it's good to see everybody. You know, this is interesting. I am not getting my chat, Steph, because I was doing that other thing on Sunday. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab that from Twitch. It's fine. I just have someone to talk to about these things now. If you weren't at the show on Saturday and haven't caught the replay yet, if you're a subscriber to this show, by the way, on Twitch, you can watch the show immediately. As soon as we log off, as soon as the show ends, the full show is there for you, on the Twitch channel. Yeah, you can watch it there. It's great. So, but so if you haven't seen the show from Saturday night, we had a huge event. The event was that the Quilt Nerd Show grew by leaps and bounds in terms of production quality and fun. Stephanie Cake, a longtime nerd, a friend, is now the on-air producer of the show. And I'm going to share with you about Stephanie Cake here in just a minute once I fix this thing. And we'll talk to Stephanie. Stephanie, how are you doing, by the way? Oh yeah,
Doing pretty good.
Yeah. What did you do today?
Tuesday night is my favorite.
Tuesday's your favorite? Oh wait.
Yeah.
I have to show them what I did. I can't. So Stephanie's monitor is down here for me, but I don't like that. So I made this. Hold on. Let me give it. I made this. Hey, Neflinster just resubbed for 9 months. I mean, for you've been subscribing for 9 months. Neflinster, thank you so much. I appreciate you. That's a champagne cork just for you. So that's Steph, and I've got you taped up over here, Stephanie, because I want to look at you like you're here instead of down here. So anyway. Thanks to everybody who is subscribed and resubscribing and doing all that. It means a lot. It's a great encouragement, and it helps, make the plane fly around here. And if you've never seen this show before, you're in for a treat. Tonight is a special show. We are a community that's, we're tight and we're growing. And we have a good time here. We talk about quilts. We don't talk about how to make them. Hey, it's Hype Train. Hype Train's coming. That's cool. We don't teach you how to make quilts here. That's not what this show's about. There's a lot of amazing content out there that will tell you just exactly how to make a quilt, from simple ones to complicated ones. You can watch on television. You can watch on YouTube, and you can even watch some quilt instruction on Twitch. But this show is different. This show teaches us, and I learn along with you. It's not a presentation, it's an exploration. That's what I like to say. Hey, we did a hype train. That's so awesome. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna look at the thing through Streamlabs. That's totally fine. I'm all good. I don't give you a presentation. I mean, I prepare content for you. We look at quilts from the past. We look at quilts from the distant past. We look at quilts and quilt makers from the more recent past, like from the 80s and 90s. Really interesting quilts being made at that time. We also look at quilts from the sort of more recent past, like the 2000s. But we do, and we look at contemporary art that uses quilts in some way. We look at art of all kinds. The other day we looked at a garden. There's an arboretum in North Carolina that has designed its entire arboretum using quilts as a framework. So it's like a patchwork garden. So we look at stuff like that, and we look at things like fine art. Fine art that, our quilt's art, we talk about that too. It's very complicated. Maybe you don't think it's that complicated. Maybe you think quilts are art, period. Maybe you have questions about it. We have discussions like that because we look at work by people like Sanford Biggers or Tracy Emin Thanks, Myra. And and we look at those things and we talk about them in the context of quilts because quilts are everywhere, and they really, to me, they're very special, not just because they're really fun to make, and I do make quilts, and many of our quilt nerds also make quilts, but not everybody. But quilts are really important to me because they kind of represent the best of us, the best of our humanity. Everybody makes quilts in America. I mean, every socioeconomic group of people, every ethnic background, everybody. Hey, Pam. Everybody makes them. It's a democratic art. And so when you look at quilts, you really look at America. And we look around the world, too, at quilts. Nepal, we were in Haiti the other day looking at Haiti peace quilts. So if you're here for the first time, I'm really glad you're here. And I know Twitch is a new medium or a new platform for a lot of people. It's fun. It's a good time. I like it. I like it here. And it's different. And I just gotta be different. So, all right, so welcome to a special show, and that's the thing, that's what I meant to say. Tonight is a really special show because tonight is the Quilt Nerd on Parade show. We do this 4 times a year. In fact, this is the 4th time we've done it, I think. Is that right, Stephanie? The 4th time? Or is it the 3rd time? Do you know?
I believe it's the 3rd.
I think it is the 3rd. Yeah, it's the 3rd. Because the first time was New Year's Eve. That was a good time. And then we did it again, and now we're doing it again. So we do it 4 times a year. And 32 nerds, 32, sent amazing images and stories about their quilts. And so we're going to look at them tonight. So this show is about you, nerds. And if you're a person who's like, I don't know, maybe I want to make a quilt, I don't know, you should see this stuff. Because this is what people are making, you know, like right now. And some people do make quilts while they're watching the show, and it's a great way to do it. I think you can tell I'm sweating. It's really hot in this conference room. Oh God. So I need to go to this slide. There's always a quilt that starts the show. It's the quilt that's behind me. It changes every time. But before we do that, I gotta get small and show you and formally introduce. Hang on, let me get small. Help, I'm small. I'll tell you about that quilt in just 1 second. But first, Stephanie, thank you for coming. Thank you for coming to, let me hide this for a second, to the second show in Quilt Nerd history, where I have help, and Stephanie has a very important role. And I thought I would just ask you, Stephanie, if you would, say hi to the folks and tell them something that you've learned on Quilt Nerd, something along the way that you have that you've enjoyed.
Wow, that's a really big question, Mary. I've learned a lot. I think probably the most interesting thing that, because my mom is here tonight, I think the most interesting thing she'll hear that I learned is to appreciate 80s quilts a little more.
Oh, nice. There's a lot to love. In the people that we've seen, do you recall, like, you know, it's like a Michael James quilt? Do you, have you kind of remembered or held on to a name or a kind of art quilt that you are attracted to, that you might even work with that style in some way?
Yeah, actually, Yvonne Porcella. I didn't think I liked her work, and then I gobsmacked. I love it.
Awesome.
So, yeah.
Awesome.
I snagged a couple of those books.
Hell yeah, that's right. That's right. I am an Abe Books affiliate, and we talk about a whole lot of dusty old used books on this show. So, any books that we talk about, you can purchase them through my Abe Books affiliate link, and Stephanie is like on it with the links. So if I mention a book, look at the chat, because there's probably a link in there. In fact, Stephanie, I have a book for you that you could make a link for, which would be great. I forgot to let you know. Yeah, I forgot to let you know I'm going to use the Nebraska Quilts and Quilt Makers book tonight for the intro quilt. I did. Thank you, dear. Thank you. And soon we'll get Stephanie on camera. For now, audio is it's a lot just with that. So we'll get there. But thank you, Stephanie. I'm so glad you're here. Everybody is really glad you're here. And there's a quick announcement. And we're going to do a giveaway, by the way. Whenever Stephanie has the spirit move her, we are going to do a giveaway. And we're going to give away a copy of the book that was on the show on Saturday, Hawaiian Quilt Masterpieces by Robert Shaw. If you're nasty. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, I have a number of duplicate books. I mean, I have like 20 duplicates of all my quilt books. I don't know how. Maybe my mom gave me a copy that she didn't need anymore. Maybe I ordered it not knowing that I had it. So I'm gonna give them away, one a month, until we're all old and gray. But Stephanie is going to take care of the giveaway. So if you're a subscriber at any tier 1, 2, or 3, your name goes into the hat. And Stephanie has the hat, and she will draw a name. And somebody's going to win a copy of this book, and I will mail it with a note. And also, by the way, look at that book plate. Yeah, look, this old used book, discarded. Discard, yeah, that's pretty depressing. From the Greensboro Free Library. Discard. But the Quilt Nerd merch is on the way. It did not arrive today for me to check the samples and make sure the quality is high enough. But we have Quilt Nerd book plates coming. This book is approved by Quilt Nerd, and then you put your name and the date. So just think how it'll look with one book plate and then the other Quilt Nerd book plate when you, the lucky winner, gets this book. So that's really fun. But the picture that you're looking at right here, this is the last announcement, and then we'll get into the quilt and the Quilt Nerd Parade. The people that you're seeing there making a quilt are 2 of my family members. One of them is Marianne Fons. She has gray hair. And the other is my sibling, Hannah. And she's my big sister, but she is beautiful, and she is brilliant. And she lives in New York City. She lives in the East Village of New York. And what you're seeing there is, my green screen's doing something real strange. So that's not important. My sister is important, and so is my mom. And what we were doing was really important. We were making a wedding quilt for my younger sister, Rebecca. So I'm the middle kid. I've got 2 siblings, one on either side. And my younger sibling, Rebecca, was getting married. And so Hannah and Mom and myself, we all made a quilt for Rebecca and Jack. And this is a process shot of us doing that at Mom's our former home in Winterset. She moved. But here's another piece of this up on the design wall. We did a blue and white pineapple quilt. And this is Hannah today. And the reason that I'm showing you my sister's picture, oh my God, I'm going to cry. God, I'm going to cry. Oh, I got to get the chat back up. Hold on. I was like, I got to see the chat, and I can't see it on my monitor, so I got to watch it on the screen with you. I'm going to go to Door County on Thursday for the holiday weekend. And the shows are happening as usual. Nothing's changing there for the holiday weekend. And I know it is a holiday weekend and people might have plans with family, but you have to cancel them because if they conflict with Quilt Nerd. Hannah is going to be on the show on Saturday. Yeah, that's right. 2 Fons siblings on camera. And the thing is, and Stephanie, you put it well. What did you call Hannah what did you call her? Uh-oh. Hang on, I can't hear you. Oh, yeah, I see the little mute button. Okay, there. You got it.
Hannah is an amazing, silent, but artistic and awesome member of the Fons dynasty.
Dynasty, oh my God. Yeah. My younger sister, Rebecca, who got the beautiful wedding quilt, she produced Quilty. She was the Stephanie of Quilty, right? Like she was this integral part of making that show on YouTube. And some of you even said you've learned to make quilts by watching Quilty on YouTube. And Rebecca produced that, and the man she married, my brother-in-law, Jack, directed Quilty. So, Rebecca's sort of been, in the mix of the Fons world, in quilt making. But Hannah, no, not Hannah. But when I asked her, I was like, Nan, I call her Nan. I was like, Nan, will you be on the show with me on Saturday? And she was like, totally. I was like, yes. But you know how I pitched it to her? I was like, okay, here's what we could do. I was like, you grew up in the quilt household just like me. I'm like, Hannah, I will get like quilts and like book covers and like pictures together, and we'll just do a trip down memory lane because you remember, and she's got a great memory. I attached pictures to the email, the pitch email, and it was like a picture of Georgia Bonesteel from like 1982, and like Dorian Speckman's picture, and like the cover of Penny McMorris and Michael Kyle's art book, and then like a Carol Breyer Fowler quilt. And I was like, like we can just kind of like riff on like what we remember. I mean, Jean Ray Laurie like babysat Hannah. Yeah. So I was like, we can just like spitball. And she was like, that sounds amazing. And she said, I remember every single one of those things that you sent me. Yes, it is going to be amazing. Molly, okay, oh God, I'm missing the chat. Molly says, I would like to give Hannah's eyebrows a gold medal. I agree. Yeah, she's very cool. Myra, it only took me 156 episode binge watch to learn. I gotta fix that chat thing, by the way. I don't like that I can't see it in my window. Soon. You know what's cool? Soon, Stephanie will be able to fix that for me, probably. Really. So anyway, so you got to tune in on Saturday. It's going to be amazing. And since the family will be all together, that means my mom's going to be around. And so the Tier 3 subscribers, the few, the proud, we're going to do a special Tier 3 private sewing session with Marianne and Mary on Sunday at 11. So the Tier 3 folks, you're in for a treat. And if you want Mom or me to demo something, we'll totally do that. So those are the kind of perks you get with these different tiers. But I'm hoping Mom will be on the regular show to hang out with us too. So just keep those notifications on and tell your friends that they can meet the Shadow Fons on Saturday night, live from Door County. Okay. All right, you've waited long enough. What? It's a crack up. It's a crack up. Oh, we didn't talk about the intro quilt. Let's do something different tonight. Let's talk about it later because I really want to get to your quilts, and we have amazing, amazing work to look at. Let me do, you know what, it's because I changed my top, Stephanie. That's why I set up all the lights and then I changed my top and it kind of went wonky, but that's all right. I am going to begin. What I've got is, yes, Hannah gave a TED Talk. Absolutely. She gave a TED Talk and it's wonderful. It's a very, very good TED Talk that everyone should see. Just Google Hannah Fons TED Talk and you will see it. Oh, I'm sliding around. Okay. Yeah. So I'm going to hide a few things. I don't want to hide the chat though, because I know you're all going to want to chat and see each other's chat on the replay as we look at folks' quilts. And Word and Bird Nerd, if you are out there, I hope you are going to go first. And yes, Bonnie, Hannah is stunning. My sister is gorgeous. She's absolutely gorgeous. I mean, oh, what a woman. What a person. I love her. I followed her around, through the fields of Iowa. She taught me everything I know. Okay. So I've set us up into 3 sections tonight. And if you want to be in the Quilt Nerd on Parade, hey, Miss Elaney. If you want to be in Quilt Nerd on Parade next time, it's really easy. There's like a Google form to fill out because Susanna, the amazing Quilt Nerd intern, has made this process really a lot easier than it was in the past. So I've got a description from everybody, and I've got your photos, and Word and Bird Nerd, you're going first. Last time we went in alphabetical order, starting with the top of the alphabet, and God bless you folks down at the bottom of the alphabet, or the final act of the alphabet, because you're gonna go first tonight. So, welcome to Quilt Nerds on Parade, the Hot Quilt Summer Edition. Let's do this. Oh, okay. Here is what Kathy, aka Word and Bird Nerd, has to say. I made this quilt for my dad for Christmas, a month after his 99th birthday in 2020. I used to subscribe to the monthly Quilty Box, no longer available, mostly due to the pandemic. Every month brought a new collection of modern fabrics and a pattern book. For my dad's quilt, I used Warehouse District by Leslie Tucker Jennison of Robert Kaufman's Wishwell team. And the shattered pattern that came with it was perfect for a guy's quilt. Ooh, these are great, the fabrics. We need to talk about Leslie Tucker Jennison. She's really great. Kathy continues, Word and Bird Nerd. Because I knew the quilt would likely be used and washed often, I chose to machine bind with a sturdy blanket stitch. While binding, I added a personalized label from Sweetwater on the back, which I had never used before. I ironed it on, but after washing, it started to peel off. What to do? I could unpick. Oh, sorry, this one turned out kind of funky, but okay. Whoa, sorry. Okay, I could unpick the whole corner of the quilt, but that would mess up the blanket stitching. Hang on. I ended up recruiting one of my vintage machines with the smallest free arm of all in order to stitch the label down onto the little triangular piece of fabric that was already sewn into the binding. Ugh. Note to self, don't trust the adhesive on iron-on labels. Actually. But this looks really good. Made with love. I'm gonna turn this once so we can really see the made with love and care. Kathleen, Christmas 2020. It's great. Oh, and you can really see the blanket stitch. I love this. It's so good. The Father's Day photo was sent by mistake. Okay. Okay. But this is really nice. Look at that stitching. It's beautiful. Very well done. Very well done. Yeah, I mean, it's fabulous. And the pattern is really nice. The label might not have been so great, but the pattern is really nice. And so how did you... Interesting. I'd be interested to see how that pattern worked. Oh, look at where the sashing comes together. That quilting is great. It's so great. I love the fabrics too. It's wonderful. Okay, let me do this. Okay. All right, well done. Well done. Very nice, Word and Bird Nerd. You're the debut quilt. Okay, next up. This comes from Threadist. Threadist says, hang on now. Okay, yeah, okay. This is from Threadist. All right. Threadist, this is your moment. This is your moment. Threadist says, I made this quilt for my mom's 90th birthday in April of this year. We'll come back to this process shot. I tried to keep your pictures in order, everybody, but it wasn't always easy. So we'll go back to these pictures, okay? It was a total of 5 pictures, or a limit of 5. So some of them have just a couple pictures, some of them have a few more, but I'll show everything I got. Okay, I made this quilt for my mom's 90th birthday in April of this year. It's all the houses ever lived. It's all the houses we've ever lived in, and other meaningful things in her life. All the houses she's ever lived in. Okay, there was like a little typo, but it's all the houses she ever lived in and other meaningful things in her life. I've never made anything like this quilt, and the process was such a learning curve. After sort of envisioning the idea and the color palette, I sent kits, quote unquote, I made to each of my siblings, wow, and my cousin, all of whom wanted to make blocks. This is fantastic. Whoa! Oh my God! This is so cool. I loaded up everything, guys, but I didn't read ahead. I did the houses and buildings, and they did all the other amazing ones. None are sewists or quilters. Amazing. Watching Quilt Nerd last fall definitely gave me the confidence to jump in, and my mom loved it. That's amazing. It gave you this show gave you the confidence. It's the community, man. Everybody is, they're just amazing. Okay. And mom loved it. The cross stitch image was the inspiration piece. Let me go over to that. Hang on now. The cross stitch image was the inspiration piece. This item has been on my mom's wall for so many decades and expresses her outlook on life well. I am so sorry I couldn't figure out how to name my files. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. You are forgiven. You are forgiven. That's really funny. There's a picture of the full quilt hanging off my porch. Let's look at the full quilt again. It's very funny. You are definitely forgiven. This is wonderful. Let me live in a house, the quilt says, by the side of the road and be a friend to man. Okay. Ooh. That's so great. Oh my God, look, Digger and Crab. Digger's a little pal that she had, I guess. Her dog. Wonderful. Yeah, all the houses she lived in. That's amazing. That's really, really cool. So let's look at that, at this picture here. This is so cool. And then here, so here's putting the houses together. Wow. Wow, that is so great. Yeah, Mother Nature says, Threadis, please explain your letter making process later in the disco. Yeah, and when people mention the disco, they're talking about the Discord. The show has a Discord server, which is sort of like, it's like a clubhouse when the show's not on, where people can share pictures, and yeah, like you can ask a fellow nerd to talk a little bit about their process, or even give you tips on how to make things. We have a good time over there, and it's a great place to hang out. And then there's this process shot too. So this is Mayfair House. It says Mayfair House, Lincoln Drive. Threadis says the letter making was a massive learning and fun endeavor. Germantown, PA. Ooh, I love that fabric. That linen. Awesome. Very, very cool. Well done. Oh, sorry, I changed my buttons. Okay, well done. Beautiful. Okay. The next is from Susanna. The next one is from Susanna, and Susanna is the Quilt Nerd intern and is amazing. And Stephanie and I were on a call with her today, and we are mighty. We are a mighty three. And Susanna is in Q8, so she is not watching right now, but she will watch later. And this is from Susanna. And in fact, Susanna and Stephanie are together because that worked out alphabetically. So I didn't do that on purpose, but it just worked out. So this is from Susanna. Susanna says, this piece had quite a journey. In March 2020, while visiting the US from Kuwait, my husband and I found ourselves at my parents' house for much longer than expected due to travel bans. To keep myself busy, I started sewing, and my mom found these beautiful vintage handmade pieces. Wow. Quilter, possibly known. She's not positive how she acquired these. I hand appliqued them to white fabric. To white fabric. I then set them aside, brought them back with me to Q8, and finally got around to making them into a finished piece. It's either a table runner or a wall hanging. My goal was to highlight the vintage pieces, so I used matchstick quilting to frame them. Also, to make a modern twist on the design, on the back is a modern and faster version of a hexie. Interesting, cool. This is headed back to my mom soon, but she has more of these vintage pieces. Do I need to bring them back with me to make something else? I say yes. Susanna, they're great. And there's a couple other pictures too. Look at this. This is wonderful. Oh, they're so cool. They are so cool. I love that floral. That's very nice. They're in great shape. Fantastic. I like that we don't really know what it is yet. I love it too, Raffle. Molly loves it. Everybody loves it. My Great Cat says, it's a yes. Bonnie says, it's a yes. Padma says, lovely. It's a yes. Everybody loves it. Yeah, the fabric is rich in color. Totally. There's one more picture of it in all its glory. It's just gorgeous. I like it like that. You know, it's funny. This is not a hint, at all. But it did occur to me that, like, in our office, there's this just really unuseful, long, skinny part of the wall. You know, it's like just an office building, and like between the two windows, there's this long, skinny piece. I'm sure a lot of office buildings have this. It's like the structure of the building. You know, these kinds of things. I think more people than you'd think need like long, skinny, sort of almost like at a church. Well, runners, but except like for the wall. It's really great. Wonderful. I love that matchstick quilting too. Fantastic. Yeah, that's been all around the world. Saucy Stitcher says it's freaking fabulous. IWC Quilts, hello. Love a good hexie. The colors are beautiful. We agree. It's so nice to see you. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to Quilt Church. Yeah, the show was called Quilt Church for a minute, and it's still unofficially known as Quilt Church. Okay, are you ready for this? Stephanie, would you like to talk about your piece? I mean, I could read the thing, but you're here, you know? So I'm going to pull up, puppy. Take it away, Steph.
My puppy kid.
So for those who don't know, what is this? What is this? Oh my God.
Yeah, so for those of you that are newer or have not yet seen the replay, a while back, Mary got this fantastic quilt. I was at eBay, Mary?
Yeah, no, it was something even more obscure. I'm not sure. I forget.
Well, it was the most adorable puppy quilt that looked sort of similar to this. It didn't have the buttonhole stitching, and it was much bigger. But in partnership with Marianne Fons, a tracing of the Puppy Kids block was issued to Quilt Nerds, and I scaled it down and made some little tiny blocks. And I think they're about 6 inches or so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let me go to the other picture here.
They got little wool tongues.
Oh, God. Ah! It's so cute. They're really cute. Hang on.
So here's the question for the nerds. What should I do with it? I've got a lot of mini quilts. So I was thinking maybe make it into a panel that's the side of a tote bag, or if somebody's got a better idea, I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you said that they're about 6 inches, these?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe a little bit bigger. I was going to trim them down, but I could keep them bigger if it was,
Let me see. Hang on. I just want to zoom in a little bit here. Hang on. Oh, why are you doing that? Okay. I'm going to switch over here. So remind, say it again. How many have you made?
These 4.
These 4. Okay. The colors are wonderful. Yeah, what do you think, guys? So, yeah, tote bag pillows, exactly. Tote bag is a great idea. Beach bag. People are into it. The bag idea. Kitty Hannah says, frame it and donate it as art to a pediatric floor of your local hospital. That's great.
That is also a great idea.
That is very good. Yeah, it's perfect. The colors and the subject matter, here we go, are perfect. I love how he looks like he's been eating jam. He's kind of like, I've been eating jam. What are you gonna do?
The purple one is, I'm partial to the purple guy because he's sort of rascally.
It's so sweet. Okay, now your eyes and your little details, the tongue and everything, the mouth. That's really good. I've been trying to do some embroidered letters, like a signature. It's tough. Like, do you recommend a tutorial or a book or a pattern or anything for that?
There's some really great tutorials on YouTube, okay. And all of those stitches, the nose is a satin stitch, but the eyes, it's a stem stitch. So if you were to look up on YouTube how to do a stem stitch,
okay, cool.
It makes a nice outline.
Okay, stem stitch, that's terrific, great. Bridgewater in VA says the NICU likes the little ones. Pillow blankets are nice. Oh yeah, that's good. Who's squishing them? I like that. Okay, well done. I love it. Okay, and also if you're a subscriber and you're on the Discord, there's a very loose kind of a pattern for the Puppykins block. You know, it's pretty much just drafted. My mom drafted it from the quilt that I had, and yeah, it's posted there. It's not posted anywhere else. So, Okay, Small Town Roots. This is from Small Town Roots. So Small Town Roots says, there's just the one picture from Small Town Roots. And Small Town says, this is the first pieced quilt I've ever made. It was a challenge to figure out the square and a square blocks. And those, when I looked at this, honestly, Small Town, I was like, where are they? Because I was just seeing star blocks. But then I was like, oh, there are the square and a square. It's so great. Oh, this is so great. Okay. It was a challenge to figure out the square and a square blocks, but with the help of the ladies at the Blue Top Quilt Shop in my hometown, I finally figured it out. I sewed it on my little, she says on my little 51 featherweight named Molly. And I plan on entering it into the quilt show this summer, heck yeah, during our town's annual fair. Love it. My little 5-year-old nephew Gus saw the blanket and immediately thought it was for him. He dresses in army outfits daily, almost daily. So I started another quilt of the same pattern, this time adding pieces of fabric from his dad's army uniform he wore on his 3 tours in Afghanistan and Saudi Arabia. I can't wait to give it to him. This is great. It's really, really great. Small Town, are Small Town here? I'm looking at the chat a little bit late because of the, hey Echo So, hey Ivy. If you are, hey Robin, I wonder, is it from a pattern? I don't know. The reason I ask is because it would be an amazing Quilt of Valor quilt, you know? Like really, really good. And if you've never made a Quilt of Valor quilt, I mean, it's service people who have been touched by war. Well, anyone who's been touched by war in the armed forces are given a quilt that's a quilt of thanks. And I think there's something almost like 400,000 quilts that have been given to Americans touched by war. And there's a ceremony for Quilts of Valor quilts, and you are wrapped in, the service person is literally wrapped in the quilt. And the way this is oriented, I mean, it's perfect to wrap someone in. And it would really be, hey, Small Town. All right. Oh, that's right. Small Town, you've never made a quilt. So you haven't made any quilt before this. Are you serious? What? I mean, I thought it was just that when you said it's the first pieced quilt you've ever made. I mean, I just don't even know what to say. Pieced strips, but that's about it. Well, I don't even have a sound cue for that. It's wonderful. Yeah, you should make more. You should make another one. Put it that way. You should make another one. And you are very good at this. Earth Girl, hey, Earth Girl. Yeah. So, yeah, thanks, Pem. Yeah, qovf.org for more info on Quilts of Valor. I love it. Okay. I mean, it's just, and a nice style shot, too. You've got a future in this quilt business. Okay. Oh, is SJ Pepper out there? Where is SJ Pepper? If we haven't seen SJ yet, just like her to quilt and go. So this is from SJ. And we all know she's a troublemaker, but she's also a really good quilt maker because this is a double wedding ring. And this is not easy. So this is what SJ says about her quilt. I finally freaking did it. I pieced a double wedding ring. It took me more than a year and every last drop of perseverance I could muster. But I am so proud that I finished the top. I sent it to a long armor who said she would quilt it in the next week, but it's been over a month now, so maybe I'll never get it back. I wanted to show it to the nerds as proof that I actually did it. The person who I made it for got married last weekend, so I had to quick get something off for her from her registry. Oh no. Hope she really likes those salad tongs. It's a bad picture, Mary, I know. I'm mediocre at sewing and terrible at photography, but I won't apologize for either. God bless you, SJ. It's fabulous. It's so great. I mean, I've never done it. Who out there has done a double wedding ring? You know, put a one in the chat. Put a one in the chat if you've done a double wedding ring. I've never. Beautiful double wedding ring. I like that, Padma. I like that a lot. So yeah, it's fantastic. It's too bad that it wasn't done. Hey Sonia, it's too bad it wasn't done for the wedding. That's too bad. Well, interesting. I haven't had a quilt long-armed in so long that I forget how stressful that can be when you're waiting to get it. Oh, this is so good. This one. Raffle waffle, ladies and gentlemen. This is good. Y'all don't even know. Okay, well, some of you do know. Okay, so this quilt, says Raffle, this quilt started off when I discovered several 12-inch blocks my grandma received in a block exchange in 2003, but never used. These blocks, on the left side, join contemporary blocks on the right side. Now, let's see. It might on the... Yeah. These blocks on the left side... Okay, wait a second. Hold on. So this is hold on. They're numbered. Okay. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. Hold on. Okay. They're numbered. It's so good that you numbered them. And now I don't have them in order. I thought I did. But anyway, that's fine. We need to see the whole thing. Okay. The blocks on the left side join contemporary blocks on the right side, made by me, my daughter, and fellow quilt nerds. The words and basket in the center were designed and made by me. Everything I made is traditionally pieced. On one episode, we looked at quilts with words, which inspired me to include the text. Let's have a picnic. Oh, I love it. Okay, let's look at some of these. And so she's got numbered these different parts. This is my third start to finish quilt, and first without a pattern. What? Really? Let me just read that again. This is my third start to finish quilt, and first without a pattern. A lot of people they don't just wing it, with not too many quilts under their belt. I think that's amazing. Designing it and making it was a real joy. I wanted to call out a few special blocks and contributors with these numbered pieces. But first I want to show you this fabulous style shot. This is fantastic. Oh yeah, it's these 3 pictures. Okay. I mean, let's just get in close on this. I love I thought they sent really good pictures. When they're high res, we can zoom in and see these details, which is so fun for everybody who's watching. Dee Marie says, you first timers are killing me. Great work, superb design, you kill it. I could not agree more. Wonderful. Raffle Waffle says, lots of graph paper, lol. Hey, Saucy Stitcher. Saucy Stitcher's like, you made those letters without a pattern? Yeah, I'm also agog. And I'm sorry, who can make cherry fabric work? Well, not me. Let me just put it that way. But oh, look, it's all fruit. It's all fruit. Okay, let's take a look at these numbered blocks, because look at this basket. Okay, the whole picnic basket concept too, chef's kiss. Brilliant. Beautiful. I love it. Okay, so let's look at our numbers. Number 1, the 9 patch. Did you say swinger pineapples? Oh my God, Mother Nature, I don't even know what that means. But I love it. I love it. Don't explain. Let's just keep it swinger pineapples. It's fantastic. Okay, number 1 is a 9 patch by my grandma. Remember, this is Raffle Waffle here. So Raffle Waffle's grandmother made the first patch. Number 2 was made by Raffle, and it's a Missouri Star sunflower. And she says, I'm from Missouri, but now I'm a Kansan. Very nice. Jenny Doan, Missouri. Barbara Brackman, Kansas. Just so you know. Number 3, OMG. My daughter, age 3. 9 patch, number 3. She's 6. The daughter, making patches. Ollie and Ruby, hi! Ollie and Ruby, hey everybody, I think maybe Ollie and Ruby is, well, I don't know. If you've been around Ollie and Ruby, I haven't seen you in a minute. Sometimes I miss things because I'm reading stuff. But throw some welcome baskets in the chat for Ollie and Ruby, because I'm really glad they're here. And if you stick around, I think you'll really learn that this community is awesome and you should come around. Okay, number 4. What's number 4? Marianne Tea Cake, one of our own quilt nerds. Made that. Marianne made that. Number 5, 7, and 9, Robin's Nest Creations. Robin's Nest, another quilt nerd. I'm gonna wear out the soundboard tonight, people. 5, and that's 5, 7, and 9. Number 6, Bit Palumbo. Oh my God! Ah! I'll switch it up. Beautiful. And number 8, M. Hicks. Is that awesome? I didn't even know this was going on. Okay, yes, and then I've got one more detail about this. Ollie and Ruby, do you feel loved? You're loved. So, Raffle Waffle says, in closing here, quilt is hand-tied with wool tapestry thread that felted up into the cutest puffballs after washing. Indeed, we agree. With the exception of the border and the binding, all of the fabrics I used were already in my stash or thrifted or a thrifted sheet. Oh, hell yeah. Way to reduce, reuse, recycle. I love that. We love that. Keep quilts weird. Use sheets. You know, you can't buy them at your local quilt shop. That makes them intriguing. But support your local quilt shop. Okay, it's 75 by 75 inches. Fabulous. I just don't, yes, it's okay. It's okay. Great teamwork. It's okay says, go nerds. Yes. I love us. I love us. We win. We win. Okay, that's the end of section 1. That's the end of section 1. We are going to go on into section 2. That's right. We're going on into section 2. And here is section 2. I don't want to make you wait. Look at this red panda. He doesn't want to wait either. It's the Hot Quilt Summer Edition. You know, the Hot Quilt Summer Edition thing, it's a reference to a summer hit, Hot Girl Summer. I don't know if you know about that. I bet some of you do. I bet some of you do. Okay. Section 2. I separated it into different parts so that if we, well, it helps me stay organized. Anyway, it's not important, but it's good for me. Because if one section somehow got disorganized, it wouldn't be the entire show that got scrambled up. It would just be one section, but don't worry about it. It's looking good. It's looking good. Okay, Quilty Mouse. Quilty Mouse. Quilty Mouse, are you out there? Quilty Mouse says, we just moved from Texas. I can't go too close in on this because the resolution is a little low. So I'm going to stay at this close up because I think you can see the pattern really well. And I have several pictures from Quilty Mouse. So we just moved, she says, from Texas to Oklahoma and are currently living in a small RV while we build a house. I have a little sewing corner carved out for myself and my Juki. I've pieced, she's sent a picture of her sewing space. That's in an RV, y'all. Oh my God. Quilty Mouse, hi. Look at you in your RV. Oh my God, it's so clean. You have to keep it clean, right? Or you'd go nuts. Look at this, it's wonderful. It's so great. You know, Paula Nadelstern, the great Paula Nadelstern, makes her quilts in a Brooklyn, I mean, I think she still does, but I mean, she does all of her wonderful kaleidoscope quilts, famous quilts, like cutting them out on her floor. Like she lays quilts out on her floor. She has a tiny apartment in New York City. You're like Paula Nadelstern. So this is the shot of my teeny RV sewing space, she says, but let's go back to that rose because I saw EchoSew call it. Quilty Mouse says, I've pieced 3 quilt tops during my RV stay so far. A French rose quilt, a 6-point star, and a chamomile quilt. So here is, I don't know why that was doing that. The 6-point star. Oh my God, I love this style shot. Oh, you're building the house. This is the house you're building. That's so cool. Wow. I love it. I tried to make a 6-point star quilt hand piecing and I don't know. I also moved from London back to the United States, so that was kind of an interruption, but this is fantastic. I love how retro this looks, and I'm sure the fabrics are super like contempo, or maybe they're reproduction, I don't know. And then, let's see, sorry, you've got one other one. This is so cool that you photographed it inside the house that you're building. It's amazing. And this is a chamomile quilt. The quilt pictures were taken in almost my almost sewing room. This is really great. This is your almost quilt room. It's so cute, Quilty Mouse. What pattern is this? I love the way it looks. That's really nice. That sashing with the little nine patches in the center. That's really cool. It's really cool. It looks so good. It looks so good. Well done. And what a wonderful story editorially with the RV shot and the house being built shot. I love it. Okay, well done. And now we go to Quilting Politic, our very own Sue. Sue! I made this quilt, says Quilting Politic. I made this quilt for my friend Derek. Hold on, let me get a drink of water. Okay. IWC loves star quilts. Did you use vintage prints? Interesting. Okay, yes, good question. Back to Sue. I made this quilt for my friend Derek. 10 years ago, he was attacked and beaten so badly he spent 3 months in an ICU, all for being gay. And as can be predicted, he then spent some years addicted to drugs. I saw this quilt pattern and had to make it for Derek. He opened the box on cam. I said the name of this quilt is Shh. And he interrupted and said, Shattered. Yes, I said, that is the exact name of this pattern. Whoa. Sue says, I knew why I was compelled to make this quilt. The green represents healing, emerging from the blackness. I started with a wide meander, making the meandering closer to represent the healing path. Talking about the quilting stitch, right? I'm going to say that I started with a wide meander quilting stitch, slowly making the meandering closer to represent the healing path. Wow. Okay. Yeah, let's look. So it's wider down at the bottom, and it gets, wow, Myra says she knew the name before she heard it. It's that strong. Wow. And so then the quilting gets tighter up at the top to represent healing. Sue, I don't even know what to say. Today he is clean and has a great supportive community. Oh my God. He still has some challenges, but life is much better. And hubby's shoes down at the bottom, lol. Wow. Wow. He knew the name. He knew the name when he opened the quilt. He was in the ICU for 3 months. He's got a good friend in you. It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Happy Pride, everybody. Like, don't take it for granted. It's a really important time to celebrate our people. You know what I mean? Thank you, Sue. It's unbelievable. Okay, so this is from, I think, kind of a new friend, and maybe Queen of Marigold is somebody who watches the show a lot, but maybe doesn't chat so much. Because when I saw this entry come in from you, Ms. Marigold, Queen Marigold, I didn't recognize your name as quickly as I recognize others. So if you are watching, congratulations, you are in Quilt Nerd on Parade, and you are great, and you should stick around. So this is what Queen of Marigold says about this work. Hey, Penny Catherine. I made this quilt, she says, the summer of 2021, using only thrifted cotton sheets. Oh, well, here is the full thing. Are you kidding me? What? Look at this thing. This is amazing. I made this quilt the summer of 2021 using only thrifted cotton sheets. Oh, that is just scandalous. We love it. Keep quilts weird. I began with a Lone Star or Missouri Star general idea. We gotta zoom out. I love traditional quilts, but I want to find a way to make them using some improv. I begin with a traditional block as inspiration, in this case, the Missouri Star and Lone Star blocks. Then I create limitations for myself. We gotta zoom out all the way here. Wow. I create limitations for myself. Love that. These limits were no rulers. No rulers. Use pink as a fill. Do not cut away. And finally, if a mistake is made, it stays in. Let's go over those rules again. No rulers. Use pink as a fill. Do not cut away. And if a mistake is made, it stays in. The process of creating is so open and satisfying that I can only give a name when it is complete. 9 of Wands is a tarot card that means determination, test of strength, and belief in self. I wanted to evoke a feeling of softness, pride, and play within imperfection. This is the first quilt I have completed that I didn't wish I had done something differently. I cannot with this. I learned technical skills and learned design limitations with the materials. I love you people. You are so interesting and so fabulous. I just admire you, all of you. Sue, that last quilt, just everybody's work. This is amazing. Oh my God, you used a sheet. You told yourself you couldn't, do a thing. And you said it's the first quilt, Queen of Marigold, the first quilt you have completed that you didn't wish you had done something differently when you were finished. I just threw my paper away. Okay. Quilt Nerd on Parade is a great show. I'm just saying. Wonderful. It's just wonderful. Sonia says, great quilt. So brave, using thrift sheets and fabulous limitations. Wow, couldn't say it better. Using pink as a fill. And that hot pink. Girl. I'm gonna do it. It's a 10. It's a 10. Oh, what? What is this little scamp doing? What are you doing? What are you doing down there? Interesting. Well, Pem Burrito has a tale to tell. God, that cat. Oh my God, it makes me want a cat. I don't know. Well, look at this one. Look at this little scamp over here on the printer. Okay. Pem says, hey, Pem. Hey, Natalie. I enthusiastically ordered the kit for the Tattoo Quilt Sew Along in 2020. Hang on. I'm going to grab this picture. Ooh, I'm going to grab this. Okay. Oh, yeah. I enthusiastically ordered the kit for the Tattoo Quilt Sew Along in 2020, thinking it was the English paper-pieced, super large pieces, but I was totally for it, as I love EPP. After a moment of panic and realization that this was foundation paper-pieced and done by machine, plus it was too late to cancel my order, I decided to sensibly carry on and make 2 quilts. A practice one, amazing, to try out FPP, the foundation paper piecing, and a for real one using Tula fabrics. Sorry, my thing is going a little bit funky here. Okay. Okay, yeah. Okay, I've come to adore FPP or lightning speed English paper piecing. It's nice to finish a paper piece project in under a decade. Ridiculous. I included pictures of both because it's interesting to see how different design choices play out. My awesome practice quilt quickly became my favorite. This is the practice one. Okay, yes. No, this is awesome one. Sorry. Pam, I've got your pictures probably in order, but then when I was reading this, I kind of thought, skipping to this might be good. So that's kind of what is going on here. If you're like, that's not the order I sent. I was kind of doing a little narrative stuff. Okay, see, this is Tula though, right? Yeah. Yes? God, what? Why am I thinking that's... Of course it is. No. Yes, of course, that's a Tula dot. If I know my stuff. This is fantastic. Okay. Oh, we just got a message from somebody. I wonder what that's about. So both bonus pics of my mischievous Montgomery. We're gonna go back and look at these again, Pam. Bonus pics of my mischievous Montgomery, who loves to supervise use of the seam roller, inspect rulers, and manage pattern printing. Let's take a look at that little cat. So it's one cat being very mischievous in many different ways. This is great. This is a great picture. And that heart, oh my goodness, the open heart, this with the roses. Hey, Susan or Michael, the roses in this heart, it's just to die for. And your little cat is pretty cute. Montgomery. And Pem says, thanks, Mary and Quilt Nerd on Parade for inspiring me to get these tops out of the closet and finish them off. And the pattern is Tattoo Quilt by Happy So Lucky. It's 63 by 72. So now that I've got my paper put down, I can focus a little bit more on this. So Pem, this is the practice. Of course. I was looking and reading and doing all kinds of things. This is the practice. I love it too. And there's Montgomery again. Down at the bottom. Yeah, this is just fantastic. Yes, Robin said it. These are great. These are both beautiful quilts. I agree. I agree. Fabulous. This, oh my God, is Chris Mess around? If Chris Mess is here, that's a beautiful, that black heart. Fabulous. There's so much to look at with these. And we looked at these blocks, you know, we did. We looked at these blocks when we were talking about tattoo quilts many months ago. But this, this little moment, this rose looking, was it rose fabric or was it just like, how did you get a rose print that big? Or was it just like, it looks like hand dyed or marbled or something? Amazing. The Kitty Quilt Police, exactly. Amazing. Oh, this is so cool. Like the corset or the breastplate kind of thing. Fabulous. It's a great quilt. I mean, it's a great design. Very, very cool. Fury. Oof. We've all been there. I love it. I love it. And Tula, the Tula version, of course, is like off the hook as well. You know, Tula Pink said once, aqua is my neutral. You know? And it's like, oh yeah, totally. Like she uses aqua as like a neutral color in her designs and in her quilts. I love it. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I love it. It's so cool, but the flowers in your other version, Pam, I mean, the heart and the flowers, I don't know. Like they the contrast is so rich. Pfft, it's ridiculous. You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. It's from Montgomery, too. He's a troublemaker. Okay. Ooh, this is so good. Okay, you ready for this? Patty Okra, are you in the building? Take a little sip. Patty says, I have been a realistic oil painter for much of my life. You guys are so cool. Okay. I have been a realistic oil painter for most of my life. Several years ago, Patty Okra says, I decided to attempt a less literal, more geometric interpretation of what I was painting, and I have not stopped since. Before we look at what she sent, can we just appreciate that she... Yes, M. Sujan, thank you very much. I'm in awe. Also, I am in awe. Wow. Yeah, Pemberito, the red fabric came, it was waiting for you. Okay, yeah. Okay. Patty Okra, did you know she was a painter? I did not know that. Oh, MG. Oh, MG. Wow. Ah! This quilt is based on a painting of sand dunes at the beach near my house. These dunes vanished after Hurricane Matthew. Having spent many hours there painting happily, I wanted to remember them in a different way. I constructed a full-size pattern and then completed the piecing several months ago. I'm currently nearly halfway through hand quilting it. Look at this piecing. I've attached 3 photos. The first is of the completed top after I attached the batting and the backing. The second photo is a photo of the painting. Okay, I reversed them, but I kind of liked it. I kind of liked seeing that. Yes. I liked seeing the painting first and then seeing how you interpreted it in piecing. And the third is the detail of some of the hand quilting. So let's look at that next. I mean, can we just look at painting? Hey, Ivana. Painting. Quilt. Painting. Look at those trees. Are you for real? Quilt. Wow. I mean, I look at quilts like all day that, you know, especially this reminds me kind of that art quilt. Oh, wow. The art quilt, genre that I'm so into, the Susan Hoffman era, Molly Upton kind of era. There's so many other names I can't think of right now, but this is absolutely right there. Fabulous. It's so good. You all are so amazing. People making quilts for the first time, double wedding rings, winging it, working with each other. Like, it's just great. It's just great. How many fabrics? Patty, are you out there? A couple people did tell me they couldn't make the show tonight. Like Mark has a quilt in the show, but he can't make it tonight. But, I mean, are you out there, Patty? Anyway, incredible. Just absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Okay, well done. Next, we go...
Mary,
yes.
Mary, I know nobody wants to follow that because that is like the most perfect.
You're right.
So how about we take a break and let the other folks get their confidence back up because
you know what?
Patty Okra, that was amazing.
It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. So I guess pastrami tacos is on deck. Do you want to? Yeah. What are you thinking, Stephanie? What do you think we should do?
Well, I was thinking we could do that drawing.
I think it's a fine idea. Why don't I take 2 seconds and I'll be right back, and you can do that giveaway while I go answer the door. Maybe somebody's at the door. Who could it be? Take it away, Steph.
Alrighty then. First, I must say, all of you make me completely ashamed of my skills because you guys are so amazing. I absolutely love all of your quilts, and I absolutely cannot wait to see the rest of them. All right. So, as you guys might remember, we have that fantastic Hawaiian quilt masterpieces that Mary has 2 copies of, and I think she's giving away the good copy. So I've got all of your names in a bucket. Let me pull one. Who do I have? Drum roll, please. Hey, Steph. Let's see. Oh, I can't hear you. Hey, everybody. Hang on one second. Hang on just one second. Can you, Steph, are you there? You're there. Okay. Hang on. So everybody, I've got a fun surprise for you. I've got a fun surprise for you. We have a special guest. Yep, that's right. And we didn't want to, I didn't want to say anything until we knew it was going to happen. And indeed, it is happening. And would you like to come on and sit down?
Sure.
You can sit next to the soundboard.
Awesome.
L. Riggs. Okay, come and scoot in, scoot in.
Which one do I look?
That's
That
your
one.
camera
Okay.
right there. Oh my god. Okay, so Ella Riggs is in town, and now you all remember that. Let me. Okay, now I got. Oh, you've got control of the soundboard, by the way.
Good Lord.
You see all those little pictures.
This is a lot of power.
Yes. And speaking of being drunk with power, I do have some prosecco. So if you need a little, it's in the fridge, so I can get it for you.
I had big plans to bring you a bottle of wine, but it didn't happen. I know.
See, that's the siren.
fantastic.
Okay, so yes, it is a lot of stuff. So this is not many people, are like.
Somebody make that.
What's that? Yes,
parade?
yes. Pan burrito. Look, wait. It was Patty Okra. Look at this. No, wait. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Look. She's a painter. She's a painter, and she painted that.
Yes. No, party foul, not fair.
I know. It's not fair. See, now you can do this. You hit the boo.
Oh, no, because it's fantastic.
It's fantastic. And then look at her quilt that she made. Hold on. Let me zoom out.
Oh, my
Look
God.
at that. Amazing.
Gorgeous.
It's gorgeous. It's wonderful. So anyway, I wanted to remind you all, and this is proof positive, that if you're in Chicago, you got to come by the show. Because now, Lisa, tell me,
whatever.
Tell me what you're doing in Chicago. Like, what was the deal?
I'm working. Yeah, all week we have a meeting going on, and so, it's boring.
Yeah, this is way more fun.
Yeah,
I mean, you're
for sure.
thrust onto a live stream on the internet. But but good. So pastrami is up next. But I do want to ask you. Oh, Stephanie's mic pooped out right when I went to announce the winner. Oh no. Okay, so that's great. So she's gonna text you, Ella Riggs. Oh, Lisa, you can read the winner of the giveaway.
Okay.
And we're doing a book giveaway. You're doing very well, by the way. I mean, you're just like jumping into this show. We're giving away this book, the Hawaiian Quilt book.
Oh, awesome.
That we looked at on Saturday's show. So that is a great idea, Stephanie. So she's gonna text Lisa the name of the winner.
Okay. We're doing it now?
Yeah, we're gonna do it right now. We're gonna do it right now. And if you need water, do you need water?
I have, I'll open it now.
Diet Pepsi. I'm a Diet Pepsi fan myself. Okay, so, My Great Cat says, so cool you can visit Mary and be on the show. I agree. I'm really glad you reached out to let me know, because I am serious about that. If you're a quilt nerd, like Lisa's she's
a hardcore nerd.
Yeah, we're the crew. She's in the crew, you know what I mean? And you know who you are. But if you come around the show and you're in the chat and you hang out and maybe you're in the Quilt Nerd Parade and all that stuff, I'd love to have you come on the show. You can't just be some random person, but you won't be random if you come to the show like a few times and chat and hang out with us. Like, you'll be known, and like I said, it's a cool group of people, right?
Right.
Yeah, it's like the anti-guild.
The coolest.
We're the coolest.
The coolest nerds around.
You're the coolest nerds around. Oh yeah, and I have crisps.
Oh,
you just had dinner.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you can do it.
And I have the things.
The thing.
Yeah.
I almost said the Instagram.
The Invisalign. Yeah.
And you actually wear them. That is impressive.
I try.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so did you get a text about who won the thing?
I did.
Oh my! So you can go ahead.
Okay. Oh, we need a drum roll.
Oh yes. You could do the Beethoven, the dun dun dun. That's the closest we've got.
Miss Sujan, you are the lucky winner.
Sujan, you won. You won. That's so awesome. Okay, there's
M.
that.
Sujan.
Yeah, and Sujan. And then you can hit the applause.
Oh, yay! Can we do the cork too?
Yeah, the cork. Oh, see, she's good. She's good. You've got it, girl. You got it. And so M. Sujan, just send me. You're in the Discord. Just send me your address, or actually, send Stephanie your address. See, I'm starting to learn how to work with a producer. Look at there's Stephanie.
I know, that's so great.
Isn't that cool? Oh yeah, and we have to look there though, because looking down is kind of weird. So I taped her face up there. Yeah. Okay.
That's awesome.
Okay, and so now we go on. So we're about halfway through the Quilt Nerd Parade.
Perfect timing.
And so now we are going to go to Pastrami Tacos. And Pastrami Tacos, Ms. Gonzalez herself, sent this amazing picture. like you may win the picture.
Mm-hmm. Baby butts.
It's baby butts. Like, I'm not sure how you can do better than that. I want to see the full Baby, that hair, I can't
no.
stand it. Oh my God. Okay, here's what Pastrami Tacos has to say. This is happening a lot, Lisa. Do you want to read it?
Oh,
go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, wait. No, maybe I'll do the next one.
You do the next one. Yep.
I need to grab my specs.
Okay. Yeah, I threw you a curveball, but I'd love to have you read one too. I think that'd be fun. Okay. So Pastrami says, Pastrami Tacos says, this baby blanket is the first thing I have ever sewn. I mean, this is happening a lot tonight, Lisa. We've got a lot of these. I'm learning to use a sewing machine I recently received for free. Thanks, Maddie. I made it for my baby.
You know, that's the gateway for many people, right?
Yes, it is. The gateway drug. It's the gateway drug. The dimensions are 38 inches by 30 inches. In white thread, I sewed a big X across it and 7 by 7 inch letters of a name in the 4 triangles inscribed by the X. What? Oh, I can see the X?
Yep.
We got to zoom in on the little baby butt. Oh, I can see it. Oh my God, pastrami tacos, forget it. The letters of the name are visible on the reverse, the blue flannel side, but I want to maintain my baby's privacy. 1,000% well done. We have been using this for tummy time, besides 2 baby play gyms, and now it's been happily drooled on. I am excited to make a proper quilt for the next project. Oh, forget it.
So good.
Baby's head. I can't with this hair.
I love it.
Niflinster, hey Niflinster. And Niflinster says, for years, the only quilts I made were baby quilts for friends. I think I must have made 20 of them. Have you made a lot of baby quilts?
I've made, yeah.
Yeah. Your share,
A few,
right?
yeah.
Your share. It's so cute. Pemberito loves it. Sue loves it. The perfect quilt. Exactly. The perfect quilt. What a little
perfect
pumpkin.
size, all of it.
The perfect baby.
Yeah.
It's a perfect baby. It's perfect in every way. And this is the first quilt you've ever made. I mean, y'all are amazing. You're just amazing. And good job on the baby, because the baby
Good job on the baby, too.
Pretty cute. Yeah, exactly. Is it the first baby? Is it the first baby? I was going to say the first baby you ever made. Okay. Sounds a little weird. But I am curious about it. Hey, Kenny. Kenny's got a baby quilt that needs quilting. And Kenny has made 4 baby quilts.
Wow.
Now, usually, Lisa, I have like a really nice chat screen, but I have to read it. Yeah, anyway, you don't know the difference. You don't know the difference, so I
know nothing.
Okay.
I'll believe whatever you tell me.
Well, now you have to go. I don't know. Do some bidding, but I do have crisps. But you have a retainer in, and I ate a lot of crisps before the show. Actually, I was a little bit hungry. Okay, what do we have here? What could it be? You're welcome, pastrami tacos. That was amazing. And we have work from Ms. Padma. Ms. Padma Rubiales. I don't know if I said your last name right. Anyway, you're Padma. Padma Stitcher to the nerds, a stalwart of the community, a fine, upstanding quilt nerd citizen. And Padma says, after I made my pinwheel quilt, which I remember, Padma. I remember well. Mm-hmm. Let's see. Hang on. Okay. After I made my pinwheel quilt, I said no more pinwheels. I say it after every traditional quilt that I make. But as soon as I finished this quilt, I said, yep, this is where I belong. Oh, I love that. When can I make the next one? We're going to go back to the detail shots, but let's take a look at this thing. Oh my God, it's so great. Oh, Padma, it's so great. I love color and design, but I am not interested in the complicated quilt blocks or hair-pulling pattern instructions. I like to work with color to my heart's content, and it's the little pieces that really make my heart sing. Let's look at some of these. Oh, I love it. Okay, this is going to be the... Oh, wait, that's the last one that we're going to look at. Okay, check this out. Look at these little pieces. How wonderful.
Tiny.
Yeah,
pieces,
tiny.
but
Look
great.
at that is so...
I love that color combination, the orange and the turquoise, and then it's I don't know if it's a deeper red or a deeper orange or a red, but either way, it's great.
Kind of like a tomato, like a tomato-y.
Yeah.
It's really cool. Very cool. Okay, so Padma says, Margaret Fabrizio on YouTube, and we will be looking at Margaret Fabrizio because Padma spent her thimbles and is the content director for an upcoming episode. In fact, the neck on Well, Saturday night is going to be a special show with my sister Hannah. Oh, did you see that?
Oh my God, no.
I will tell you all about it. In fact, we'll take a look at her again to remind people to watch the show on Saturday. But on Tuesday, a week from tonight, Padma, we are going to look at your gal, right? Margaret Fabrizio. But so Padma says Margaret Fabrizio on YouTube is pointing out, it's hilarious, an orange
great.
and turquoise block that was a big no-no and would never work, and she was surprised when it did. I started laughing as I was working on my turquoise and orange quilt when she said it. You can see me pointing out the tiniest little black triangle, which is about the size of a grain of rice. We're coming back to your feet, by the way. We're coming back to that, but let's go over here. You can see me pointing out the tiniest little black triangle, which is about the size of a grain of rice. I am thrilled when this happens. She's thrilled. She's thrilled when this happens. It is really great.
It's not right.
It's not right. I know. I love this arrow. The quilting is wonderful. And Padma says, this is machine and hand stitched with Sashiko thread. And it is difficult to pull thick Sashiko thread through 3 layers of quilt. I love stitching by hand, and I used to do a lot of cross stitching before I got sucked into the quilt nerd universe. I just said quilt nude. Sorry, but before you
Wrong
got
channel.
Yeah, exactly. That's the quilt nerd after dark. Before I got sucked into the quilt nerd universe, you know, you'll come back to it. You'll get back to it after we're done with you. This is a great picture. I love this picture in every way.
I do too. It's
But
awesome.
look at it's a great shot of the quilt actually, because you can see all the texture. It's really cool. And the other Mary Kate, hey, the other Mary Kate. Mary Kate says that she loves this color combination, and it is the best color combination. And I think Padma has proven this to be true. Fabulous. What are the dimensions, Padma? Did you say? I don't think you said. Pam, I know I'm saying if I say nude on the show, you know things are going crazy. I'm gonna have you read the next one.
Oh, okay.
It's the dimensions. What do you think? M. Sujan loves your hand stitching. Same. Susan Armichael is also scandalized that I said quilt nude. Look at that. That's so great. The fabric is beautiful. This is a really nice picture too. You know, when these real juicy pictures come in, we can get really close. The fabric looks thicker than, is it like a linen or something?
Yeah. It's a great shot.
It's a great shot, yeah. And this black and white, the different black and whites you chose, I love it. Sonia says, Hilton, I love that you found your kind of quilt. Wonderful. Earth Girl now, so creative, so fun, says Threadist. Love the stitching. Same. Okay, so now, my great cats. Are you ready for your close-up? Are you ready for your close-up? Because here's a close-up. Oh, that's great. I love that backing fabric. Yay. Oh, my God. Okay, let's do this. Actually, here's what we're going to do. Let's do the whole thing while you read this.
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
I can do it. I can do it. Yeah. No judgment.
No. This is, oh, my God, this is great.
Okay. My great cat says, several years ago, my daughter threw together 2 funky fleece patchwork blankets for camping. Oh, the alliteration there.
That's good.
She wanted to give quilting a try, so I asked her if she'd create a flannel one for me to use in my yoga class. Awesome.
Hey.
Naturally, the answer was yes, and this is the result.
I love
she
it.
She did such a good job.
Really?
It's the first quilt made for me and Pim Burrito's first quilt project. What? Wait, back up the truck. Pim is my great cat's daughter.
What? No.
You can't just drop these bombs. And
Are you serious? Are you for real? She's like, yes.
Yeah, I know.
Yes.
You're talking to your computer too, right?
Pet Burrito is my great cat's daughter. Oh, look at the yoga mat in the block.
Oh, God.
This is a great style
Great
shot.
style shot, yeah.
I'm not like.
No, it's fantastic.
This is very good. This is like editorial level, like Mary Kate like would know.
Grown up took those pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a grown up took the pictures. Exactly. I didn't know that you two were related. We have 2. Dee Dee Brew Crew and It's Okay are sisters.
Oh yes, I saw that.
And Pam Burrito is my great cat's daughter.
That's fantastic. Awesome. Okay, so she also says we shot for the fabric together, and while she didn't approve of my fiery flame choice, she gave in, and I think it's fabulous. She made it on her first sewing machine, which she named Thunder Needle. Oh my God.
So good.
She did the cutting, piecing, and sewing. I got the hard job of ironing.
Of course.
Always the moms.
Yes.
Over the years, she's made several other beautiful quilts for people. Recently, I was bestowed a stunning black and white bed quilt, which a glimpse of can be spotted underneath my treasured yoga blanket.
Yes, there.
Oh, there
it is. And the kitty.
Oh.
What's the kitty's name? Did she say? I don't think she said in there. Did she? Maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So thanks to Pim Burrito for making it, and thank you, Mary, for the opportunity to share. The cat model in the first photo is Martini. Oh,
Martini.
She is one of 3 of my great cats. See what you did there.
My great cats. And this is the back. That was the one that I opened with. And yeah, there's that flannel. That's great.
I love it.
It's really, really great. A yoga quilt. You know what? I never even heard of that. It's such a great idea. It's brilliant. It's brilliant, brilliant. Fabulous. Oh, man. And I love the, hey, Sibby back. I love the flame. I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's great. It's fabulous. And country. I think Padma maybe said a country feel, kind of like a country feel, but this wild flame. It's beautiful. And I think it's very coy that we had another quilt nerd family thing going on, and you waited till this moment to reveal it. Perfect. It's perfect. If anybody else has anything to reveal at any time, the Quilt Nerd Parade is an excellent time to do it. It's a parade.
Approved?
Yes, it's approved. It's approved. It's a fun, Oh, nice. Very well done. And never don't be afraid to hit the Quilt Church button if you ever feel the spirit move you.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Okay. Yeah, you're doing very good. Okay. The next one is M. Sujan, who won the book. M. Sujan won the book. Okay, so you want to read another one?
Oh, sure.
Okay, and there's 2 pictures of this. Look at this chicken. I love this.
I made this quilt using a pattern called A Gathering of A Gathering by Barbara Persing. It was quilted by a very talented long armor, Julie Pettyjohn.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
That's great. I'm sorry. Okay. It is a raw edge applique and uses Aboriginal prints. It's on display. Bobby, I got a lift with my thing in. It's on display in the quilt shop where I worked for a few years. And word on the street is that it will be released. You're going to set the birds free. To me soon. I'm eager to have it in my home where I'll hang it on the wall. Love those quirky little quail.
They're wonderful.
I do too.
Wow. Raw edge applique. Okay. I've done that like once. Like I think I did it on, as a demo on a show or something, just one time. And it's not so easy. I mean, this stuff is like, have you ever done raw edge applique, Lisa?
I once.
Yeah.
I didn't really know what I was doing. I was just making it up. But yeah.
I love your Texas accent, by the way.
Sorry.
It's good. It's really good. So, and the choice of the Aboriginal prints is really cool.
I was just thinking, I love that fabric.
Yeah, and like the choice of that with the circles, right? There's so many circular motifs here, and it looks perfect for these birds. Like the motif kind of reflects the shape of the birds because they're very circular, very round.
Yep.
There's not a lot of squares in this quilt. I mean, there's really none. The frame, of course, but and the quilting too.
The quilting is. I mean, I was just looking at that in awe.
Feathers, of course. For the birds.
Yes.
Oh, it's so good. It's really,
brilliant.
Really, really nice. Wonderfully done. You should feel very, very proud, Sujan. Yes, Bridgewater says, I do love the Aboriginal prints, but can never make them sing. You totally did. 1,000%. You absolutely. They're not easy. Not easy. I had a few there was one fabric I loved. It had like a tan background and purple and black and white. I could never figure out how to use it. I don't know. I wasn't that good. So here you are. It's wonderful. Padma says, quail are the Kansas state bird. I know because my mother's family's from Kansas. That's fabulous.
Is that church?
Yeah, that's church. That is church. Very good.
Oh, that was maybe grad.
Oh, grad is good.
We'll do it. We'll give it all to you.
Give it all. I mean, this is your chance with the soundboard. Although, if you come to Chicago, I mean, the seat is always open, people. It's always open. Okay, so next up, we've got Mother Nature.
Do you want to read?
Sure. Okay, Mother Nature. Here we go. So wait a second. Hold on. Let me get this. I've got Mother Nature. I'm going to try to go in order here. Okay. Okay, wow.
Oh.
Okay, so
come
Mother Nature,
on.
I know. Mother Nature says, this is a little bit about how I came to be a quilter. In 1977, I learned how to quilt at the Blue Ridge Institute while on a Girl Scout Wider opportunity. Over 200 girls attended this 10-day event, and I received a lot of patches.
It's all about the patches.
I can't believe this. Which I always thought should be on a quilt. I tried cheater cloth and didn't like the look. Many years later, I checked out the art quilt book from the library. Oh, this is a really good one. And saw the quilt I used for my inspiration. Although I knew I would never crochet the blocks together. Wow. Oh my gosh. I used the new rag technique. Are you kidding me? Not only does it contain all the patches that I collected from my Girl Scout events. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Oh my God.
I want to point. Look at that one.
Yeah, look at yes, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, you'd have to point with like a.
I know.
Yeah, okay. I'll point with my little cursor. Not only,
I love the rainbow.
The rainbow is great. Not only does it contain all the patches that I collected from my Girl Scout events, it also includes pieces from my embroidered blue jeans circa 1973.
Wow.
That's a cool. I'd say it's a cool church.
Yes. Probably got a badge for that embroidery.
Yeah, right, exactly. The back could be used, so this is Mother Nature, everybody. The back could be used for an I Spy quilt. Wow, sure.
Okay, so that's the back. Okay.
This is the back.
Got it.
Okay. I believe I completed this early 2000s. Since I work for Girl Scouts, sometimes I use this as my Zoom backdrop.
Oh.
I cannot with this. I cannot. It's perfect. You're right. An I Spy quilt. There's so many little tiny details and little animals and wonderful things. This is really, really something. So this is from the book, right? Is that what you're saying, Mother Nature, that this was in the art quilt book?
Got it. Okay.
That book, I think, is in storage. That's that's huge. That book is enormous. So wow. This is a patches.
But what inspiration. I get it. I get it. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It's really, really cool. How big is it, Mother Nature? From the book. Okay, yeah. My Great Cats. Great display of your collection of badges and patches. Great work. Mm-hmm. Pemberito says, this is perfect. Little Bird Stitch. Love this with its ragged edges. And that it's your blue jeans from the 70s. Like, come on. It's genius. It's genius. You people are genius. You know what I've noticed? A lot of people who are watching the show, and I mean, there's so many kinds of different quilters. You know, there's people who work from patterns who love that. There's people who use, thrifted fabric, people who just love their stash. We need everybody. But there are a lot of people who watch the show who are designing.
Yes.
Yes. Do you design a quilt? Did you kind of go with the pattern? Do you kind of play around?
It depends. I tend to have a plan for the front and then just go crazy on the back. And
there you go.
I end up liking the back better most of the time.
Right. Yeah, and because you just kind of play and allow yourself to do it.
Yeah.
A lot of play going on here, and also if you're new, some of these things that we've seen tonight are first quilts or third quilts. There's a sense of play to all that too, but if you're a pattern person, you're like, it's just not my jam, my world is crazy, so I like to have a plan and stick with it and make a quilt from a pattern. Brilliant.
That's cool too.
Exactly. Whatever you like, that's what you should do, Brilliant. I mean, it's just fabulous, Mother Nature. It's just fabulous. Pemberito says, are you noticing that people who watch Quilt Nerd are geniuses? Yeah. I've noticed. I have noticed. I got to get that quilt out of storage. Okay. And Mother Nature is going, sorry. Marianne Tea Cake, our friend in England who likely is not watching right now because it's really late there.
Night, yeah.
She is going to round out the second section of 3 for the Quilt Nerd on Parade. So we've got one section left after this. So Marianne Tea Cake is extremely good at making quilts. She's very technically proficient, by the way, as you will see. So Marianne says, my friend Sue commissioned me to make a quilt for her husband Dave's 70th birthday. Oh, wow. Oh, look at this. It's up on her side. Oh, my God. The quilt needs to keep him warm when in his favorite blue chair. His favorite bright orange chair. His chair is bright orange. Okay, bright orange chair. I suggested the print fabric, which Sue loved, and took that as my inspiration for all the Kona solids. Wow, this is great. This is like the one we saw from Padma was turquoise and orange, and this one is like a deeper blue and orange. Yep. It's also awesome. I said improvised curves to Sue, who was thrilled. I freehand cut 15-inch curved blocks and 11 by 7-inch pumpkin seed blocks. Wow. I played with that arrangement for days, she says. Let's see. I had 16 big blocks and 26 seed blocks. Go back over here. It kept coming together in a long rectangle, not ideal for snoozing under. Plus, the big blocks were harder to set than the smaller blocks. Let's see it up on the wall once more. Right here. Oh, yeah. And actually, okay, yeah, and I want to show this is good to see how it all came together. So the big blocks were harder to set than the smaller blocks might have been. I love improvised piecing, so I kept making smaller compositions that I pieced together with solids. I also loved a pieced backing and used orphan blocks and every scrap of the fabric I bought for the project. Awesome. And I'm delighted with the results.
As you should be.
Right? It's wonderful. And there's the back.
Oh,
there's the back. That's so cool. Good. The pumpkin seed. I really love it. Exactly. I'm delighted with the results. I've called it dancing D's, like the letter D. Dancing D's, as the curves suggest the letter D, and it's for Dave! Exclamation point. Sue is a textile artist, so I was quite nervous when showing it to her, but she loved it, thank goodness. Oh yeah, it's kind of mid-century mod, you know, like those pumpkin seeds look like you know that like 50s, like kind of a Mad Men kind of deal. They got that vibe. She loved it. Sue loved it, and even more importantly, Dave loves it too. This is a nice, you know, simple pantograph kind of quilting. It's curved. It brings out the curves like these wide curves. She freehand cut it. Ivy Kadivy is delighted. Quilty Mouse, hats off. The back is just as pretty. Agreed. D for delightful, says Myra. I love it. Whoops. Sorry. Yeah. It's really, really cool, Marianne. We love it over here. If you are having a really good dream about, like, I don't know, chocolate and puppies, because you're getting a lot of good vibes. You're getting a lot of good vibes from Chicago. It's true. It's wonderful. And these detail shots, are really, really great to see your fine work. I mean, I don't know. Like, piecing together disparate pieces like that, like I don't know how you make it come out. I've tried to do kind of like
and the freehand curves and
just the design of it. I love it.
It's great.
Oh yeah, and the orange fabric is very cool. Very nice. Okay, well that concludes part 2 of 3 of the Quilt Nerd on Parade show. So we're going to take a quick break and be back, and we'll do the third thing. And let me see. Yeah, okay, that's what we'll do. So I'm going to get a glass of water, and and everybody give it up for Elle Riggs. She's here on the show. Okay, we'll see you soon. And Stephanie, do you want to? I can bring up the Stephanie card here. Are you good? Is our audio sounding good? No, I don't hear anything. That's so weird. See, you know, everything works great, like when we're doing sound check, and then, you know, the ghost in the machine comes up. Yep. But I will, I'll play some music. I'll play some music this time, Steph, and just in case. Do you want me just to do the be right back screen, or do you want to? Okay, that's cool. Okay, I'm getting my thumbs up. See, I can see her. And we're doing, okay, got that. All right, so I'll be right back, y'all, and we will do our third act. Okay. You're amazing. Okay, we're off. Okay. I'm sorry, it's so hot.
No, it's all good. Okay. It's all good.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm good. I'm gonna get.
Actually, a water would be good.
Yeah, a water would be great. Let me grab one.
I'm on this way.
How's this? Is this all right?
Oh, good. It's great.
Good. So that's done. This.
I don't know. I don't know if you did mine, but you can take it out right now.
What? No, I'm not doing that. Hell no. so excited. It'll be so amazing because you can tell. And when Stephanie,
Yeah, I can talk
when
about it.
hers came up, she could talk about it. You know,
Yeah, I think it's
live.
great.
It was really good.
Can you hear us, Stephanie? No.
She can. Yeah, she should
Oh.
be able to. Steph, can you hear us? You can, can't you?
Oh, okay.
It's so weird that we can't hear you. I hate that. Your mics are live. Oh, our mics on the show? Is people at home can hear? Yeah? Oh yeah. Hi everybody. This is well that's fun. So I could take the mic away, but then I don't know that they'd hear the music. Hey everybody. So we could go chat over there or not. Okay. I'm gonna get a water too and some prosecco, and I will be right back. Let's see. I'm glad we didn't burp or something. Boy, you know who I have a crush on? It's that Stephanie Cake. It's that Stephanie Cake doing the production. Okay, what do you say, Elriggs? You want to get back on
Sure,
the,
let's do it.
back on the horse here? Okay, let's get. Oh, I know what we'll do. Let me pull up my my sister Hannah here and show you. Remind people. Oh wait, look at this. Hold on. This.
I feel like I have garlic on my breath.
You don't. Oh, look, we're big. we're big.
Help, I'm big.
Help, I'm big. And this, yeah. See,
Are we gonna go in that pocket?
We could go in that. We could go in that pocket. Oh my God, I can make us small. You want to go in a pocket?
Sure.
Are you ready for this?
Yes.
Wee!
Put me in a pocket.
Wee! We're in pockets. We can get really little. To go in one of those pockets, we're gonna have to get really
tiny.
little. That's
Oh my
amazing.
God, this brings me so much joy.
Yeah. Well, there's nothing like getting in a pocket. Now, let me hide myself. Hang on, let me hide myself because then I want you to be in a pocket by yourself because it's really fun. Okay, let's see. This is the Quilt Nerd ad. If I do... No, I don't think I can.
It's okay.
I don't think
it's
I can.
okay. We can be there together. It's all good.
We can be there. Okay, good. Actually, look at that. Oh, I made you alone. You're in a pocket. You're tiny. You're
I'm
in
in
a pocket.
somebody's back pocket.
You're in somebody's back pocket. And this, see, I can bring the pocket down so now you really feel like you're in a pocket. I love making.
Oh my gosh, this is so good. It's the little things. Oh.
Will someone please take a screenshot of this? Please.
Oh.
Please. So, listen, that's my promise to you. You come to Chicago, you let me know, you'll be on the show, and you'll go in a pocket. I didn't even think about the pocket thing, but this background is an old intro quilt. It's the fidget quilt we looked at. We looked at fidget quilts a long time ago. For some reason, that ended up on my other desktop. Anyway, perfect for tonight. I would say, you want to hit the Twilight Zone? It's kind of weird. In fact, it's very weird that there would be a pocket ready for you.
Ready.
Okay, wow. Okay, let's get back to this. Let's get back to business. What's going on? Now, next time, if you're here, if a guest is here a little earlier, see you had this business thing, but then we can test the green screen and get rid of some of this weirdness. Usually, it's a very professional operation around here, and I try to get the green screen to do.
I mean, you have a bona fide producer.
I do have a bona fide producer, and I'm working with my. I'm looking at my phone right now, but if I had my phone, I would take a picture of my beautiful producer who has her headphones on and everything. She's great. Okay, so everybody, let me bring up part 3. Oh yeah, I'll talk about Hannah, my sister Hannah, being on the show at the end of the show. So if you came in a little bit late, don't cut out early because you're gonna meet my sister Hannah, who's gonna be on the show on Saturday night. The stealth Fons, the ninja Fons, who isn't around so much in public.
I love the drum major.
Yes.
She's sassy.
Yes, yeah, the drum major. Oh yeah, she's great. She's great. And Estelle is there, and Scrabble.
Oh, I didn't realize that was Estelle.
Estelle's back there.
All our favorites.
All our favorites. All our favorites. So who is next? It's Mark. It's Mark Wesley. Okay, everybody. Mark isn't here tonight, but he sends his regards. Scoot in just a little bit, Lisa. Oh yeah.
Sorry.
You look so nice. You look so professional.
I put on a costume every day.
The shoes. We're gonna have to see the shoes later. Okay, here's what Mark has to say. Red Panda. The red panda's there. This quilt. So Mark says this quilt was made by me, Mark Wesley. It is my first endeavor at quilting in May of 2018 in Portland, Oregon, for my first granddaughter, Layla. What? Layla? You have Mark Wesley as your grandfather? You are going to be fine in life. My wife, Mark says, who I cherish, had a heart attack while we lived in Texas due to the loss of her income. A job change was inevitable, so off we went from Texas to Oregon. We were recently empty nesters and thought a change. I didn't know, Mark. We're learning about Mark.
I mean,
it's so cool.
Awesome. First we learn about My Great Cats and Pim, and now.
and Patty Okra is an amazing painter. Everybody's amazing. I love everybody. And Pastrami Tacos has the cutest baby in the world, and we didn't even see her face.
Right.
Okay. Okay. So anyway, so off we went from Texas to Oregon. We were recent empty nesters and thought a change would be refreshing. We enjoyed our time alone in Oregon. We are a large family of 4 daughters, 1 son, 2 grandchildren, and all the in-laws. And there's a lot of in-laws, I tell you. We are a close-knit family. All live in Texas. It didn't take us long for us to realize we needed to get back home to family in Texas. While my wife was recovering in Oregon, I had need of my slacks to be hemmed. Okay, I love this. Where is this going? I love it.
Okay, we're taking a turn. But...
Taking a turn. I'm into it. Mark.
Yep.
It's great. The cost for alterations is high, so I bought a 50-year-old sewing machine to DIY. I digress. I'm loving this. It's a journey. We're on a journey with you, Mark. I was needing thread, so off we went to a fabric store. As we entered the establishment, I was overtaken by quilts hanging. Remember, this is 2018. This is his whole introduction to quilts, people. I was overtaken by quilts hanging throughout the store walls. At that moment, I knew I wanted to make something. Hit the quilt church.
Yeah, I was going to say, Mark didn't go to a fabric store. He went to a quilt shop.
Exactly. We were hard-pressed for money, as now we were planning to move back to good old Texas. I now understood quilt eye candy. I didn't know where to start, so I purchased a quilt magazine. It had this quilt in it. I had an old sewing machine, a dull pair of scissors, a pencil, and a passion. A pencil and a passion. I love that. Pencil and a passion to make an heirloom for my granddaughter on the floor of, a tiny apartment. On the floor in a tiny apartment, I began my adventure in quilting. I almost cry on the show a lot, Lisa. Oh, you probably know.
I cry quite frequently.
Same. I knew this woman. She was from Texas, actually, years ago. She was like, Mary, I cry every day. I was like, great, that's okay, right? She's like, oh yeah. Anyway, okay, so this is amazing. On the floor, so I had a pair of I gotta start again. I had an old sewing machine, a dull pair of scissors, and a pencil and a passion to make. You do whatever you want.
I'm looking.
Lisa,
I'm trying
you want
to find
to make an heirloom for my granddaughter. On the floor in a tiny apartment, I began my adventure in quilting. It's made all of different fabric, paper pieced with an old phone book I found in the apartment on the old sewing machine that was at best difficult. I have since made several quilts for all my daughters and family. I have many requests from family members, so I stay plenty busy. The joy I see when giving a quilt to family members is why I keep doing it, so the story ain't over yet.
I just want to hit all the buttons.
Hit them all! Hit them all! Amazing. Yeah.
Sorry.
It was perfect. And what you didn't hit was like the goose and the tsum tsum, which is perfect. You hit all of the positive things. I mean, Mark, you're amazing. You're all amazing. And Layla is a blessed child. Look at these people. Look at all the heart pluses. Felt like sweets. Myra, Robin's Nest, Quilty Mouse. They're all just like bombing you with love. They are bombarding you with love. Let's put it that way. It's fabulous. You're amazing. A dull pencil and a passion. Maybe that's like another like quilt nerd like phrase. Like keep quilts weird and get a dull pencil and a passion. I don't know, but it's really, really cool. These origin stories I love. You know what? Maybe one of the quilt nerds on parade somehow could be like a tell me your origin story thing, like how you started. Everybody's is going to be good. I don't care even if it's like, because here's my theory. Over the years, do I need lipstick? I probably do. Oh God. No.
It's fine.
Okay, sorry. I just realized I was very close to another human being and I'm like, blah, 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 talking in your face. But here's the thing. This is my theory. I may have said it before, but I don't think I've said it enough to be too repetitive. I believe that people come to quilt making. If they come later in life, if they sew from the time they're a little kid, then it's kind of in their family and they're with it. But if you come to quilt making later in life, you come from a path of joy, like joy brings you there, because there's a baby born, right? Like pastrami tacos. There's a baby, there's a graduation, there's a wedding.
Yeah, or there's a compulsion, right? It's another story.
Yeah, well, it's your origin story, right?
Yes,
and so you have like, you want to do something creative. And so there's this joy path. But then there's also a path of let me say healing, where someone passes away, you have a hard time. I mean, Mark, I don't know if you described this story as a hard time, but it was a time of transition for you and your family, and you need something, right? You need something. Hey, Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
You're good, girl. You're good. And you haven't missed you. I don't think you have missed you. No. Wait. Yeah, no, you haven't missed you. But we're really glad you're here. But you know, someone passes away and you need to process that, or you're lonely. You're lonely, empty nest. Something happens that you need, and that's how I came to it. You know, as out of a need to I don't know, to do something. And so it would be really interesting to see, you know, I don't have a picture of my first quilt, but I've got a picture of some early ones, and maybe a Quilt Nerd on Parade has a theme. Stephanie, what do you think about that? Do you like that? Did you give me a thumbs up if you like that? Do you think that's a... Well, now I put you on the spot. Okay, she's got two thumbs up. She's got 2 thumbs up. I think that could be really fun. Kind of an angle on the Quilt Nerd on Parade, you know? We can do normal stuff, you know, the normal, like, what are you working on now thing. But I think that could be really fun. Could be really fun. And Kelly, you know what? There's always the replay. This has been an excellent Quilt Nerd on Parade, and we're in the third stretch. Oh, by the way,
so watch the first part on replay.
Yeah, totally. And this is Mark. So Mark took a screenshot of his. Steph, could you check and see if Mark Wesley has his Instagram in the directory, the Quilt Nerd directory, so we can put it. Oh, here's another picture from Mark. I'm so sorry. I thought it was just the one. Yeah, he did send another picture. Sorry, guys. This is the full piece. I love the polka dot border. It's just wonderful. Yeah, Susan says it. So great to hear these quilts and hear the stories. To see these quilts and hear the stories. I just love it. Oh, who could it be? Who could it be? It is Elle Riggs herself. Now, pardon me. Now, Elle Riggs, you have... How many pictures did you send?
I sent 5.
Great.
They're all the same quilt.
Great. Well, then that is beautiful. So I can luxuriate in working the visuals.
Okay.
And you can tell us about this quilt.
Well, so this is my first quilt.
All these first quilts, I'm loving it. I love this.
Because since the last time, I have finished nothing.
Same.
I have a lot of projects on the go.
Yeah. Excuse me.
And you can tell, you know, the quilt police I would receive a citation because there's lots of issues. But I don't care because I have called the quilt gateway drug.
Awesome.
Because that is what it was. My whole... Ever since I can remember, I've always thought I wanted to make a quilt, but for some reason when I was young, I believed that it had to be made by hand,
right.
And I really only had a picture of like crazy quilts in my head.
Oh yeah, sure.
So I can't tell you how many scarves and random velvet things I cut up to start that project that never happened.
Sure.
Anyway, so as everyone knows, the internet came along with Pinterest and Instagram, and we all decided we could do everything in the world. Mm-hmm. And so I decided I could make a quilt.
I love it. And what year was this? When did this?
2014.
And this is 2014 on the label. This is the back. I love the back.
So so that's kind of where the back is random. Like ticking that I had for some other project and linen. And then I just loved that stuff at the top. I would have done that different. I would have done it all a little bit differently, but you know, you learn. That's the whole part of the process, right?
Absolutely.
Anyway, you can tell, you guys can't see, you can see me pointing, but you don't know what I'm pointing at.
Right.
There's a big, diagonal line across it because I read that somewhere about folding your quilts on the bias and that they would fall right out. Well, I don't know. It didn't in my quilt.
I love it. You're like, I heard I was supposed to do that and I did it. I like it. It looks like the quilting. You're getting a couple, you know what, Stephanie, can you help? Because usually I'm able to scroll back in the chat and look a little bit, but because I don't know, whatever setting's wrong, but a couple people were asking a few questions of Lisa.
Vanity.
So yeah, Stephanie can help, and just put it up in the chat, Steph, if you see things. I think somebody asked. Did Kelly ask you a question. Steph will take care of it. Okay, yeah. Steph's got the thumbs up.
Okay.
Penny Catherine loves the bright, happy colors. Same.
Yeah, somebody was making was it Chinese coins? Is that what they call it?
Yeah.
Quilt on Instagram that I followed at the time, and I was like, okay, I can do that.
Totally. And I'm seeing lots of. Do I see some Amy Butler?
Yep.
You can tell, man.
I mean, I went and bought everything that struck my fancy at Joann's or whatever I mean, I was in the middle of nowhere, Wisconsin when I made it, and so of course then I made quilts with that same fabric for like 2 or 3 years because I way over purchased, as you do.
You're like, I'm glad I like this turquoise Amy Butler flower
Exactly.
because I'll have it for, oh my gosh, how many of you like completely recognize these prints, right? Mother Nature says for your first quilt you have lots of different fabrics. It's true. You really it's like a scrap quilt from a stash.
It truly is a scrap quilt. Yeah, I mean, I built a stash with my first quilt. I didn't know that's what I was doing, but
I kind of did that too. Actually, it's I didn't think about it either, but some friends gave me some stuff, and then I had some stuff, and then
Yeah, well, and you you hear about quilt math, and I wasn't interested in that, so I just guesstimated and way over guestimated, and yeah.
Pembrito says those early days of the gram and Pinterest were something. The other Mary Kate, totally Amy Butler, and Kitty Hannah says that she loves the scrappy quilts, but you made it all nice and neat. I love it. Quite the stash for our first quilt.
Yes,
everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. A fine job. And speaking of Kitty Hannah, by the way, give yourself a round of applause. I would do it.
Yay me.
See? Yay you. Everybody's pretty talented. Geniuses, I think somebody said. Yeah. Who might this be? Who is this gorgeous person? I don't know who it is. So this comes to us from Miss Kitty Hannah. Hannah, this is for you. From you. Okay. Kitty Hannah says, I grew up watching my mom quilt. So the concept of quilting wasn't foreign to me when I decided to try quilting when I was in my late 20s. Is this you? Or is this your niece? I don't know. This is my first quilt. Again with the first quilts. I'm going to have to think of
I think we talked about it like a month or two ago.
We did?
Yeah. And
okay. So I already pitched that? Okay.
Well, but, it's a free-for-all.
Exactly, it's a free-for-all. And for those of you who didn't put your first quilt in here, you can do it another time. Okay, so this is my first quilt, Kitty Hannah says. Well, yeah, her name's Hannah. Okay. I made it for my little niece, Malin. I had so much fun making this quilt. The chevron pattern is just HSTs that are all machine pieced and then hand quilted. Come on. Right. Wow. OMG. Look at this beautiful girl.
So pretty.
Yes. They're all machine pieced and then hand quilted. I did not then and have never followed a pattern for any of my quilts. Wow. The quilt turned out smaller than I wanted, so I used my scraps to add width to the border. Very nice job. The effect is pretty cute. I love that you were like, it's cute. I think it turned out great. Yeah. It is cute. It's fantastic. Hand quilting for your first go.
I know.
I don't know, man. The only thing I've hand quilted was my COVID quilt, and it's like
oh my
big
god!
stitch
Look at her stitches. They're
they look fantastic.
Nice job.
Very,
well done.
Nice. Very even, very straight. I mean,
mine was.
I am super impressed. Yeah, mine's not. Mine's creative. Mine's creative, and it's fun. Natalie says, very nice. Penny Catherine, cheers to you, Kitty. You did amazing. I agree. Love the pink. Yeah, I love the pink too. So is this, Kitty, is this your niece or is this you? Literally, I don't know, because you said you made it in your late 20s. Is it you or your niece? Either way, look at this red. I love this red. Is this person called Red? She should be called Red. It's just fantastic. And then, look at that on the hoop. What a great shot. Wow. Love this shot. Kitty Hannah says, my mom hand quilted, so I didn't know any better. You know?
Yeah, if that's what you see.
Yep, if that's what you see, that's what you do. And Kitty, you said in your thing, I grew up watching my mom quilt, so the concept of quilting wasn't foreign to me when I decided to do it. Kitty Hannah, this is you. This is you. She says, this is me. My niece was like 4 years old. Kitty, see, I'm learning that you all are very lovely and brilliant. You're lovely and brilliant, all the mess of you, the mess of you. This is amazing. This is the top before it's quilted. You have a very good sense of color. Mm-hmm. There is a lovely movement to this quilt, I would say. And you winged it. She winged it.
Well, yeah, and it was too small, and the make do of adding the border. I love that. I love that spirit.
The spirit, yes. That's, you know what, that's one thing that absolutely every one of these things have in common. Mm-hmm. They all have spirit. Every single quilt does. And look how she did that. See, I'm pointing now too. Yeah, that piece of the border, that's that print brought down. You know, just a section of it. Mm-hmm. Love it. It's so cool. Kitty Hannah, you're the best. Everybody who has a quilt in the parade today is the literal best. Ugh. I filled with the spirit, y'all. I'm filled. Stephanie, are you filled with the spirit? Yeah. Lisa, you're very good at this. You can be my wingman anytime. Stephanie nods. She is. And she does this.
Woohoo! Amen.
Yeah, it's great. It's great. Great eye, Mother Nature says. Agreed. Scrappy in her border says M. Sujan loves it. Oh, I don't even understand what's happening. I loaded these pictures, but if this is Kelly.
Oh, Kelly is the pageant.
That's right.
Miss Tennessee.
I can't.
Is that you, Kelly?
I can't right now.
Because it's awesome.
Are you okay?
And multi-talented, obviously.
This is unbelievable. Okay, Lisa and I, when we took our break, we were talking about how this is the guild. This is the guild that we want to belong to. So obviously, why would we not? Okay. Anyway, Kelly. Okay. Threadis says, so fun to watch the both of you.
Oh.
I think we're good. We can take it on the road. But we have to wear these costumes. Okay, so Kelly says, it's not a quilt at all, but it's all I've got. This is the talent costume I made. What? The talent costume I made. I love her face. For my former teen title holder for the Muss Tennessee Scholarship Competition. She's a theater and dance major and is just an amazing tap dancer. Wow. She is catching air. Oh, stop it. We collaborated on the design and I executed it down to drafting the pattern from scratch. Oh, wow.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Whoa.
You did this from scratch. Thanks for indulging me. Since I haven't completed any quilts since the winter parade. You're fine.
Yeah. Approved.
Approved. Look at this. Oh, have you ever put in a zipper? You probably have.
No.
No, yeah.
Seriously, no.
Or what? A zipper? Never in my life have I put in a zipper. And this is like Lycra.
I know. And like spangles and I mean, I don't.
Yeah, exactly.
Did it come that way? Did you put those on? I don't know how that works.
Come that way. I mean, I don't know either. But I mean, that's what I would assume is like that was the fabric. But you know what? Something tells me.
No, I don't think so.
Something tells me she bedazzled that.
I think so.
Did you bedazzle? Everybody. Bridgewater says, hold the phone. Echo so, bravo, and all the embellishments exactly. That I mean. You know what? If I tried to sew just this fabric, just this one, it would be, you know what it would be? It'd be a crack up.
It would be a crack up.
A total crack up. And this, you know what I think this is? I think it's called a gauge. I don't know. I think it's a gauge. Stephanie, do you sew garments? Have you ever sewn them?
I think she's prepared for that.
No, she's like, no. This is wonderful. It's really, really something. Kelly rhinestoned that bad boy by hand for about a week. I cannot. I cannot. Look at her. And wait a minute. What did you say? You said your former teen title holder for the Muss Tennessee Scholarship Competition. She's a theater and dance major and is just an amazing tap dancer. Obviously. Mm-hmm. Look at those. God, I love this girl.
Well, I love the red on her shoes.
Yeah, the red on the shoes. Kelly says zippers on Lycra are the devil. Obviously, yes. It's mind-blowing, says Pembrito. It's just incredible. And let's just not miss the fact that you made pants also.
I know.
That look good.
That fit perfectly.
Yeah. I mean, she looks like $1 million. Look at this girl. Oh. Well done.
Yes.
And this is just a very good example of how...
We need something.
Yeah, you need something. I mean...
How perfect.
It's perfect. It's perfect. And this girl could tap dance to that.
Yeah,
she could do
that's
it.
what I was thinking.
If you all don't have a quilt to send, you can definitely send pretty much anything. You could be like, I made this vase. Truly, like you can send whatever you want. If it's creative, I want to know about it. All right. The next piece that we have is from Joyous Fibers. Tiny. Oh, whoa. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. There was a
That's
third
the
picture.
front. Oh my goodness.
I'm so sorry. Yes, let me make sure. Wow. Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, so I knew that was coming. I just wanted to surprise you.
Wow. I think we're in awe. We have no words.
No, you put those all on by hand, Kelly.
Oh
Kelly says, drafted those evil pants. I hate jumpsuits. Oh, yeah. There was a jumpsuit. It wasn't even like pants. So you couldn't even I nailed the top, but then, the pants weren't as good. No, you had to make the entire thing one piece. Look at that. So here's a question. Here's a question about bedazzling. Because so many of you, you're doing... you're making your own thing, you're designing your own stuff and kind of feeling things out. Like our friend Marigold, Queen Marigold, that's a person who's kind of new. Yeah, Liz. Yeah, I mean, Lisa, I didn't recognize her name, but she had a wonderful quilt in the Quilt on Parade. She might be a lurker.
Or she may be in another time zone, right?
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. So, but it's so cool that she sent a quilt, and then she said she just kind of felt her way through. It was an improv thing, and you'll love it on the replay. Oh. She had rules she set for herself to not fix mistakes. It was really cool.
Wow.
But she kind of felt things out. So Kelly, where
this wasn't feeling things. I mean, this.
Well, yeah. Did you know
intended.
exactly where to put those triangle pieces, or did you kind of feel it out? Did S.J. Pepper come in?
She did. She threatened to send in vases.
Vases. Oh, Lord. Listen, if they're anything like your double wedding ring that you sent in, they are totally welcome. So yeah, Kelly, what did you have a plan for the bedazzling? It's all so even. You must have marked it out. Darts are the devil. I don't even know. People are ridiculous. Dee Marie says, wow. The triangles look sewn on. Yeah, I think they are. I don't know.
Wow.
I would like a quilt nerd sash. A bedazzled sash.
But room for patches.
Room for patches. That's right.
Merch.
That's right. Okay, so Tani, Ms. Joyous Fibers, you're a joy, by the way. You are a joy. Meeting you at QuiltCon was a highlight.
Kelly.
And Kelly says, yes, tell what she says.
Kelly, Kelly uses a medicine dropper that resembles a syringe. I don't know.
No, and then you use tweezers. Oh, the chat went too fast. Damn.
Yeah. Anyway, very, very...
A syringe is involved.
Yes. And tweezers. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Okay. A syringe and tweezers? Is there any other detail we need? Good God, woman.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
We're summarily impressed. Okay. Tani is a delight. And she says of this beautiful quilt, she says... Oh my God! Oh my God! You read.
Okay.
I'm gonna zoom.
Where is it?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
During COVID lockdown, I pieced and quilted 14 quilts. Oh my goodness!
What?
I gave myself parameters of only using fabrics from my stash.
Oh, that's great.
Good job.
So cool.
And trying a new technique or style each time. This is COVID number 7, pulling at my heartstrings.
Oh my God.
Let's see what you did there. Foundation pieced on telephone book pages. That seems to be a thing.
Oh, 2 telephone books.
Yes.
Hit that. That's weird because Mark Wesley used to. That's weird. That's never come up before. Okay, in the show, twice in one night.
Hand big stitch quilted with number 12 cotton. 62.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I see it.
It's wonderful. Yeah, that's great. Oh, and you change colors.
Yes.
You're changing colors every block. What do I see? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
no,
Sorry.
62 by 66 inches, second in a series of Tula and calf imprint.
Oh yeah, of
my God.
course. It's all Tula and
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That is great. Force yourself to use your to cut into the precious fabrics.
Yeah, it's really wonderful. Yeah, Tani has a very good eye for color. When we were walking around at QuiltCon, I mean, I don't know, like I was really lucky to have a few people, helping me out. Like Im Hicks was there and Tani and I don't know, like I watched you. I did, Tani. Like you were attracted to certain quilts and like I don't know, like I just remember being like I was in really good hands when you were sort of like looking at things. I mean, I'm not making that up. Like, I don't know what else to say about that, but like you were attracted to quilts that I was also like, oh yeah, that's really good. So your sense of color and design, it's on point.
Really good.
You should feel good about that. I mean, green and purple, like that's kind of a key, right? Because these are opposite. Well, they say they're secondary colors, but like they're yeah. It's good. It's very, very good. Tula makes sense that you love Tula and K facet. I'm into it.
And they go well together.
They go well together. They do.
Who knew?
They play well. They play well. Very well done. And how many quilts did she make in quarantine?
14?
14.
Yeah, 14. This was number 7. Oh, wait. 14 quilts. This was number 7.
All out of your stash. That is awesome. That's very cool. Well done. Well done. Oh, Penny Catherine said it great. I love that Lime Sparkle. Lime Sparkle. That's a great name for a quilt. I challenge you. Oh, good God. To make a quilt called Lime Sparkle. What is this crack up?
What is this?
Well, turn the page and perhaps you'll see. I glanced at this when I saw my own face. Oh, God.
I thought it would be a crack up to share a quilt.
Good God.
A quilt I made from a class that Mary taught. Oh, this is from Jan Make Stuff.
Jan Makes Stuff.
Yes.
Well, look at you up to no good. You little scamp.
I don't remember the class name, but it was held in Omaha, Nebraska. November 2014. Mary taught the class and spoke at our Omaha Quilters Guild.
That's crazy.
Love it. Had a great time and thought Mary was wonderful then. What does it say? I'm gray now and happy to be a quilt nerd. We'll miss the live parade, but we'll for sure watch the replay.
Did she say it would be a crack up to share it?
Yeah, I thought it would be a crack up to share a quilt I made in Mary's class.
Oh, God. What is a crack up, Jan? Look at that. Look, talk about a scam. You know what? Can I tell you something about that brown dress?
Please.
That dress. Okay, so I like shopping for designer clothes, but like rock bottom clearance prices. Like Nordstrom Rack is great. I mean, who doesn't love a Nordstrom Rack? And the one in Chicago, there were a couple in Chicago that used to be amazing. I mean, amazing. And my strategy is to go to the designer, the high end, the fancy,
the rack.
Yeah, the fancy stuff.
Yeah.
So when they have like Balenciaga, like a Balenciaga dress that's like 75% off, partly because it's dirty at this point because it's been tried on by so many people, but I'd find something and it would be really weird. And what my mom says is like, and I've been insecure my whole life, right? But my mom is like, Mary, you can wear anything. You can put on a paper bag and like make it look cool. I'm like, well, that's very nice. But sometimes I'd find something weird that nobody wanted because it was kind of weird. I'd be like, I'm gonna give it a try because if it's that expensive, if it was like a $2,000 dress and it's super weird, chances are it's probably pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because it's that much money, and like how dare they spend that much money.
And well made.
And
right?
well made and well designed, exactly.
Yeah.
So I'd take it into the dressing room and I'd try it on and I'd be like, it looks awesome. Because that's why it costs $2,000. Like and a lot of people could wear it, but they don't try it because it's weird, so they leave it alone. Anyway, I forget how much, and I loved this dress, okay? But the reason this dress was so cheap, even though it was so expensive, is because it was brown. It was a very difficult color to wear.
I noticed the scarf. Were you?
Yeah, I mean, I think it was also really cold in there,
well,
so because that's like a
it was
winter
November
scarf.
in Nebraska.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm not even looking at the chart. But it's very. It was a beautiful dress. It felt great, but it just.
My great cats asked if it's still in your closet.
No.
You were speaking of it in past tense.
Yes, I spoke it. And I don't know. That time in my life has passed.
Oh, got it. You've outgrown it.
Yes,
I mean, not literally, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, it was
Emotionally.
And I used to wear this big medallion, and now I don't know what I was thinking. And the glasses, who knows? I was on the road. I was young. I needed the money. Jan, let's talk about you, okay? Let's talk about you. First of all,
Yes.
I love that you have this impulse to like put something from 2014. Good God, that's 8 years ago. I remember that class. Your churn dashes look absolutely perfect. And you are a fine quilt maker who has a sense of humor, because you said, I thought it'd be a crack up.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it'd be a crack up.
I don't even know what to do. We're just, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, the duck.
The duck. Yeah. Okay, good. I'm like, is that right?
It's crack up. It's crack
It's
up.
crack up.
And by the way, speaking of things, well, everybody's got great fashion advice. But SJ Pepper, you suggested that we have the backward N of the Quilt Nerd logo, which is coming along. I saw sketches today from our graphic designer. A backwards N for the emote in the emotes that we can use. That is happening. I'm sending it to Stephanie.
So excited.
And yes, and so perhaps for a brown dress moment or some kind of crack up, maybe if it's when it's a crack up, maybe that's when people can use the backwards N emote. That could be good.
Brilliant.
Jan Makes Stuff, you are a delight. And I am very glad that you are here in this community. And I mean, look at you. Look at you. She's a ray of sunshine. She's wearing orange. She has an orange block. This says a lot about Jan Makes Stuff.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you for sending this picture and being part of the Quilt Nerd on Parade.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, clearly.
Yes. And the cake was clapping, I assume, to the backwards N. And you're getting lots of good, everybody's on board.
Everybody's on board. Okay.
This
is the finished piece from Jan Makes
We got
Stuff.
caught up in the blocks.
Let me grab that. That'll help me know if I think if there's a second picture. Sometimes I have it, sometimes I don't. I mean, this is really nice. This is really nice. I like your orange, Jan. I like your purple. Once again, like Tani, Joyous Fibers, you have a sense of color. You know that orange and purple and green are all secondary colors on the color wheel. Very nice, and your gray is an excellent neutral. So I just analyzed the quilt, and I have pronounced it approved. It is very well done.
Approved, yes.
It is very well done.
Yes.
And it's a great size for a wall hanging that would also look good in my office. Just
You
saying.
need an approved sound, like those things where you go the stamps that made the sound. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, exactly. Like the self-inking stamps.
Yes, like the with the dates on them.
Stephanie, could you write that down so I don't forget? Because I'm having too
Tell
much
you
fun.
what to do. No,
Tell
sorry.
me what to do. No, tell me what to do. I need help. Okay, we're at Ivy Kadivy. Are you intrigued? I am intrigued.
Oh, this is
very intrigued. Now,
Fun.
Okay. All right. So, this is wow. Okay. So Ivy Kadivy says, hold on. Okay. First, I'm reading verbatim what she has to say here. Ivy, you're out there, aren't you? Okay. First, yes, I have 2 dead cats. Okay. This is a concept quilt. The cat, symbol of curiosity and exploration, lightens the mood. The user may move the cat around the quilt.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
So clever.
Out and around the environment. Oh my God.
So good. So good.
Really? Trip to Arizona. Visiting my daughter. Feeling on top of the world in the desert sun. Maddie drove for hours into the darkness. Turning off onto a long dirt road, the car dipped and bounced, swerved and scraped. So scared we would go... Oh my God.
It's so good.
Oh
you just
my-
you just can't almost sit here. Almost can't sit here.
I mean-
it's so good. It's so great.
She's outside the border now of the quilt. Like, I can't. Okay, sorry. So scared we would go over the edge of the canyon. Yeah, that big
Oh,
grand
I've been on
one.
those roads in Arizona. Terrifying.
Yep. Tents, toasted marshmallows, wine, Sleep. Awake. Shockingly vibrant cliffs in orange sharply vibrate with the sparse, delicate, seemingly turquoise, greenish-blue vegetation while majestically casting cool, deep shadows. Climb out of the cozy sleeping bag to pee. Every step leads closer to the sun as it rises higher. Hotter, drier, brighter. Freedom, space. Is this a quilt? If I add a pocket and a character, what if the character is removable and posable?
I mean, come on. This is a dream is what this is. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, no. What? The cat is in the sleeping bag, people. The cat is in the sleep... What is happening? What is our life right now? Are you serious?
Wow.
I've never seen anything like this.
This is so good.
Who said geniuses? You're all geniuses. You're all damn geniuses is what you are.
All of the thought that goes into it, and then I think about mine. I'm like, yeah, so I just made a quilt.
Yeah. Well, and that's genius too. Like, and the thing is, if you watch this show, you're all like,
Oh my goodness.
I don't know, you all care about all of it, right? And so whatever you make is an extension of that. I believe that. I feel that. And whether it's an art quilt or some sort of performance piece, like literally puppetry, it's a puppet is what it is. I love puppets, and this is a puppet. It's articulated, it moves, you can put it places. It's a puppet.
Performance art. I love that.
Yes.
I love that.
I'm out. Lisa, good luck. You'll have to do it without me. I can't. I'm done.
It's so good.
Wow. I mean, get backwards N. SJ has got it. This is a backward N. I mean, what do you even do?
Yeah.
What do you even do?
Yeah.
I mean, can we like do a quilt nerd challenge where people make puppet quilts? I'm not kidding. I mean, it could be the simplest little thing, but like to tuck something in, you know, and to I mean, look,
You could put it in a pocket.
You could put it in a pocket quilts, quilt nerd pocket quilts.
Right.
I mean, I don't even know. Who is this? Ivy? Kadivy? Ivy.
We're just going to do a slow clap.
It was slow clap.
So good.
13 by 16 inches. Oh, that's very small. I didn't realize it was quite so small.
Oh, so those pieces
Cotton
are
fabric,
tiny.
cotton fill, paperboard, embroidery floss. Never shown. It's
Well,
a debut. It's a debut.
yes. The world
The
premiere.
cat is in the pocket.
I love it.
Why don't you guys get in that sleeping bag real quick? Exactly. Whee! Oh my God, we could. Ivy, are you going to be... Is that... SJ Pepper, just put yourselves in there. Okay, we're going to do it. We're going to do it.
Do
Here we
it.
go. Here we go. You ready? You ready?
Wait, I don't know what... I need to hit a button.
I just hit anything you want, Lisa. We're getting into the pocket. Now, what I want to do, though... Look where we are. This is amazing.
Oh.
Yvonne, if you're still out there, you're next on this show. You keep threatening that you're going to be here. Don't you want to get in a...
Bring
here,
it.
Scoot, yeah, exactly. Bring it. Scoot in a little bit, Lisa. Scoot
sorry.
in. See?
Oh, yeah, we got to give it... Oh, it's so warm.
That's great. Oh my God. It's the cute. It is. We're nestled. You know,
Yes.
we really are. It's almost as though you planned it. Listen, Ivy, if you feel a little bit like, I wish they hadn't done that, I apologize. But I think you're going to be fine with it. It's so Natalie says, it's a crack up. It's a crack up for sure.
The joy it's bringing is off the charts.
It's really good. It's nice and warm in here, and we love it. And we're just going to sign off because it's really nice. It's just really comfy. Okay, we're out of the pocket. Quilted slumber party, Penny Catherine, exactly.
There you go.
Post for a screenshot. Okay, that's a good idea. Hang on.
Okay.
Yeah, everybody get a screenshot of us like with our little kitty friend. Okay. We can have a bacon look like. Yeah. Okay. I hope people got it. Okay, and you can get a screenshot on the replay too. But I appreciate that moment because we hadn't taken it. Brilliant. Very good. Okay.
This is a bottle of wine been emptied.
No,
I did get a head start on it though.
Right, because you were at
I was
dinner.
at dinner,
You were at dinner. Oh my God! What? Okay, so this would
so
be
good.
It's Okay. We've got 3 images from It's Okay of this quilt. This is 38 days in. Wait, hang on now. It's Okay 1. Hold on. Okay, this is, oh, dang it. See, okay, I know what happened. I loaded all of these pictures in and my thing reversed it. Oh, okay, so okay, this is picture number 1. What?
I love it.
Look at this quilt. Oh my God. You know, as I was cataloging books, I was putting in a tag thing, optical illusion quilts, because there really is a kind of a genre of them, and this is one of them. Here, you want, read it.
Oh, sure.
Read.
Wait. Okay.
Wow.
Oh, we knew this. My sister, Dee Dee Brew Crew, and I attended the lecture 100 Days of Creativity at QuiltCon this year, and we both decided to jump in with a 100-day quilt block challenge.
Wow. What?
Okay. We also both decided to build the blocks around our stashes of super special Liberty London Tana lawn fabrics. I can so relate. You don't want to cut it. I chose a simple cube block that you can find online, and I tweaked it to fit the size I wanted. Dee Dee Brew Crew and I traded back and forth some of the Liberty fabrics we had, so we each ended up with about 35 different prints. The tops, sides, and background of each cube is done using speckled fabrics by Rashida Coleman Hale.
Oh yeah, she's
of
great.
Ruby Star. 100% of the credit for the layout goes to my husband. Oh, that's nice. I had planned to just arrange them all randomly. His suggestion of a rainbow spectrum starting inside with the white and going to darker colors as the blocks move out is incredible. Agreed. I love this finished quilt top and can't wait to quilt it. Thanks for letting me share.
It's wonderful.
Well, thanks for sharing.
Okay. It's so interesting how, I mean, is this the same quilt? Of course it is. Of course it's the same quilt. Of course. But I mean, it looks different inside and outside. And this is one part of it. Okay, one of the things I want to point out is that Liberty Fabrics, a little bit like the Aboriginal print we looked at earlier, not easy to use. I don't feel Liberty prints are that easy to use because they have what I think. Here's my theory. Do you have a theory? Do you know mine?
Well, they have all the colors and the scale is tricky, right? You have to kind of know how to mix the scale along with the random colors. They play well with each other, but not so much anything else.
Yep.
That's my thought.
I think it's great. It's exactly right. And I would offer to add to that like one of the things that makes Liberty so good, is that they have really high contrast in every print. So you have a light and a dark. No fabric is light or dark until you have something to compare it to. So no fabric on its own is a light, a medium, or a dark.
Value is relative.
Value is relative. You have to compare it to something. So with Liberty prints, I mean, look at this fabulous print. Well, it's light and dark. It's the darkest dark and the lightest light. So what are you going to put with it? And what this quilt does so successfully is it's like, no, we're going to isolate those beautiful prints and let them shine.
That is it.
We're going to let them shine by isolating them.
But also putting them together.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
That's
exactly
the beauty of it.
It's fabulous. 38 days in. Do you see that? 38 days in.
I'm impressed that you finished a 100-day challenge.
Same. It's terrific. Is somebody standing back there? Who's standing back there? Is that a oh no not back there.
I was like,
oh God, that would freak. We did hear someone come in. Is that a person?
Oh, it looks
there?
like a quilt with feet.
It looks like a quilt with feet. I think there's somebody back there. Yeah, I think so. It's okay. Brilliant. Hey, Court Quilts. Let me get the champagne. I don't think I saw you come in. It's fabulous. I mean, it's just great. Dee Dee, your sister's amazing. Kay, you're amazing. You're all amazing. You're ridiculous. You're a genius. Cool. Oh, who might this be? This might be Felt Like Sweets. Charles, we're at F. We're at F, and there's not that many left of this
right here.
whole thing. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm gonna go for it. Oh, look at that. A ribbon.
First place, not just a ribbon.
It's not
first
just
place.
It's first place, y'all. Court Quilts just joined. It's Okay did that last quilt, and Charles Felt Like Sweets did this one. There's only people. There's 4 left. There's four left of this Quilt Nerd on Parade show. And they're crack ups all.
I remember this.
Yeah, I remember it too. So Charles Cameron, as you can see by his card there, Charles Cameron, our own Charles Cameron, Felt Like Sweets is his screen name here. This is called Sudoku, his quilt. Okay? And if you're like, oh, that's only part of the quilt. No, not correct. This quilt is 14 by 14 inches by Charles. Charles says, quote, I made this quilt in 2021 in response to a curated quilts mini challenge calling for use of stripes and theme of balance. I'm an engineer by vocation. Everybody is interesting and amazing. That was my aside, not in this. And numbers are my love language. Oh my God. Numbers are my love language. This quilt is an homage to my love for numbers and their utility as symbols of balance. Sudoku is a puzzle game where players insert numbers 1 through 9 into a grid. Oh, hey, that's my friend Heather Kenyon. And that's your quilt. Look at those. She's announcing your win. Look, Heather Kenyon, she's the president of the Modern Quilt Guild, and she's one of my very best friends in the whole wide world, and she is announcing your name at QuiltCon. Sorry, I'm really jumping around, but I love Heather, and she is a quilt nerd out there. And here you are winning. Here you are winning. Sorry. Okay, let me just look at all these people watching you win. It's amazing. Oh. Sudoku is a puzzle game where players insert numbers 1 through 9 into a grid. In this simple version, the striped numbers I created using homemade foundation paper templates are placed in a manner so that each row, column, and diagonal add up to 15 to illustrate
I did not know
balance. That. Oh my God. Each stripe in this quilt is a 1/4 inch. Holy cow.
Wow.
Really?
Wow.
Really? I'm going to scoot this over
I want
like
to
that.
see inside of it.
Pardon me. Yeah, right? If you look closely, no solid color is repeated. Hang on. In any row. Forget it. Just get out of here. Is repeated in any row or column to further the Sudoku theme. 12-weight quilting thread is used in alternating colors to add another striped element. This is how you win a blue ribbon, y'all.
Yeah.
This is how you do it. Unfortunately, this mini was not selected by Curated Quilts for publication in their stripes issue. No hard feelings. But was awarded first place at QuiltCon 2022 in Phoenix in the small quilts category.
I think that was a good...
It was a good thing.
Yeah, it was a good trade-off.
It was a good trade-off. And Charles ends by saying, it's true that every quilt finds its home. We saw it. Mm-hmm. We saw it. I mean, we saw it there,
oh my God.
It's just fabulous, Charles.
Oh, it's so good.
And he made stickers. And Charles, you sent me a few stickers. And the sticker, it's one of your stickers is on my computer. And why? There's a reason I didn't put that on. I mean, seriously, I'm not just saying that, but there's a reason. Like, this is my favorite one of the stickers you sent. And I'm probably saving it for like another thing. Where did I put it? Very nice. Yes. That is the, you did a good job, Doug. I feel like I did put it on something. It may be on a notebook. Like, yeah, I love it. I love it so much. You crushed it. And if somebody wants to get stickers, where do they get your stickers? Do they purchase them on your website? Let us know. I mean, it's a work of art. It's a blue ribbon winner. Mm-hmm. And it's 14 by 14 inches. I mean, if you think about a foot, that's...
There would be a lot of swearing involved in the construction of that.
It would just be crying. I would never finish it. Okay, Dee Dee. Dee Dee, it's your moment. It's your moment.
I love house blocks. Those are my favorite.
I love house blocks too. And this is...
They're all my favorites.
Sister. Yeah. And let me just make sure. Okay, yeah. So Dee Dee Brucker says... this is so good. I did glance at this because it caught my eye because it was so distinctive, this description. Everybody follow Dee Dee Brucker.
This is her 100-day project.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so this is the 100-day. By the way, Quirk Quilt says, as someone who is obsessed with Sudoku, Charles Quilt is a masterpiece. I'm disappointed in Curated Quilts anymore. Yeah, totally. I'm glad you got the blue ribbon so you knew how awesome you were. Okay. Quote, I, Dee Dee Brewington, Made this piece for myself.
Oh, I love it.
Yes, selfish sewing is important, she says with an exclamation point. Inspired by Sarah Ruiz's 100 Days of Creativity lecture. Yep, just like her sis. Mm-hmm. Oh my God, what a great shot.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Inspired by Sarah's 100 Days of Creativity lecture at QuiltCon Phoenix, February 2022. I sewed one house block during 100 consecutive days. Block pattern Village by Moda and Ms. Rosie's. Using Liberty Lawn, she did it too, and Ruby Star Speckled. She and her sis both did Liberty. This is great. This is great. You too. Do you all live in the same place? Did they say that? Do you live in the same city?
For some reason,
I mean,
I thought they were in different places, but I don't remember.
I mean, I don't remember either. Do you? Yes, we work together.
Oh, okay,
That's right.
okay.
That's right. Because we talked
Thinking of
about
somebody
that.
else.
We talked about that this past Sunday on the Sunday Social because Tier 2 subscribers get Sunday Social once a month. So if you're a Tier 1 subscriber and you'd like to be like, hey, I want to be part of that Sunday Social. You've had fun with Sunday Socials before. Well, you can join too. And I remember, Kay, we talked about sisters and stuff. In fact, the idea for having my sister Hannah on the show this Saturday came from the Sunday Social. We were all hanging out and sewing and having a good time. I was right here, Lisa, while you were.
Yes.
This is where I was doing it.
I was sitting at my sewing machine, not sewing, watching.
It was, yeah. I know. I wasn't sewing either. I just started telling stories. But it was a good time. It was a good time. So, and Lisa isn't on the show because she's a Tier 2 subscriber. If you're a watcher of the Quilt Nerd, come on the show, y'all. Come be on the show with me. Okay. These are fantastic. And this right here, this is a classic Liberty print right there.
Yeah.
That is like the most classic. And Kay says, Dee Dee says, hi, she's having a fight with Twitter right now and can't log into her account. Twitter? Oh, you mean Twitch. But okay. We do have a tweet account. Quilt Nerd Show. If you're on Twitter, follow Quilt Nerd Show. Dee Dee, that is fine. You are welcome anytime, and we love your quilt. We love it. We love it. We love your love for your sister. We love your quilt. It's amazing. It's perfect. Very, very good. Oh, Kenny. Kenny says, Hannah, I thought your sister was Rebecca. Well, Kenny, there are 2 quilts left and in the parade, and you're going to want to know what I have to announce after the last one. And you haven't
Stay
seen
tuned.
it either.
I haven't seen it.
What is this?
Oh,
Who are
this
these
is fun.
scamps? What are these little scamps doing? Oh my God. What are these little scamps? So this is the penultimate Quilt Nerd parade.
It's like finger puppets on a quilted hand.
They are like finger puppets. They are like finger. So this is from Bridgewater in VA, Stephanie Bridgewater. And Stephanie says this. Huh. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Teacher's Quilt Gift Rescue is a fun local knowledge investigation. Wow. Amazing. Made February 1995. Rescued June 2022. What? Fairfax, Virginia. And slowly trying to figure out the story of this quilt. What? Made of cotton fabric paint. Oh, let me scoot over the screen. Hang on one second. Whoop, hold on. Okay, yeah, you're gonna scoot over. Okay. I am so intrigued. Made of cotton fabric paint, cross stitch, applique, embroidery, poly batting, felt, yarn finger puppets, ribbon, and hand tied. Sarah left Arlington Public School, APS, occupational and physical therapy. It is stained from water with no fold marks or tacking marks. Block designs include a Japanese saying, gambate ku asai, or gambate kudasai, which means enjoy your voyage in English. Sarah, wishing you the best, Lillian. I will tie a yellow ribbon for you. Friends. Where can we meet for lunch? Do you see that? So she's saying what's going on in these blocks. You see, where can we meet for lunch? All of these blocks say these different things. APS, OT, and PTs, February 1995. Enjoy your look. Here's tie a yellow. Or here, I will tie a yellow ribbon for you.
Interesting.
This is crazy.
I wonder what. I mean, obviously somebody was
leaving town, right? It's like a
yeah.
signature quilt or a friendship
Yeah.
quilt when someone was like heading west or something.
And the puff paint. Oh, so
The
very
puff
1985.
paint. Oh my God! Look at this! Look at this! The path to a friend's right above our heads. The path to a friend's home is never long. Enjoy your adventure, Virginia. Wishing you quiet waters. Keep a smile in your heart. The path to a friend's home is never long. Cohorts, friends, sisters.
Oh, that's behind the chat.
Here. Oh my God. Cohorts, friends, sisters. This is wild. Oh my God, I love this so much. And Le Omard. Le Omard. Help decipher the embroidery symbol and other clues, Bridgewater says. Why leave during a school year? Are lobster and friend blocks TV show references? Okay, first of all, this is beautiful. Look at this block. It's absolutely gorgeous. And here, Stephanie's like, help decipher this. Are lobster and friends blocks TV show references? Oh, like Friends. Wasn't there like a lobster thing in Friends? What wasn't there?
I don't know.
I don't know. I didn't really watch Friends, but what was? Yeah, yes, Stephanie's nodding. Yeah, the lobster thing was a Friends reference. I didn't really watch it either, but I remember that. Like
She's doing this.
Okay.
Those who know Friends know this.
Yeah, lobster Leomard. Oh yeah. Okay, Leomard. Okay. Please share clues and ways to clean. So let me get this straight. Bridgewater rescued a friendship quilt because you know what? These friendship quilts, we look at them. I haven't done a big segment on friendship quilts because signature quilts, but you see them all the time in traditional quilt, in history books because people did people would go like folks in New England or Iowa or something would leave for, Utah or something and they would send blocks and they would sign these blocks. This is that. This is exactly that. Oh, look, Karen's got a block. Oh, Karen. But wishing you quiet waters, Terry, that's so cool. That's exactly what this is.
I just wonder where Sarah went.
Right. Where did she go? What a fabulous, Stephanie Bridgewater and VA, what a fabulous, from our shelter, destined for the trash because we can't use it. Incredible. The Teacher's Quilt Gift Rescue. Made in February 1995, rescued June 2022. Y'all are ridiculous. I love this. Look at the finger puppets. Oh,
I
God.
know.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, you've got other pictures, and I just keep looking at the whole thing. Let's go back to these finger puppets real quick before. Oh my God, I love it.
That's awesome.
Yeah, they're great. A sheep, a monkey. We don't really know what the other ones are, and
the
that's
ambiguous
great.
Perhaps
Perhaps a pelican. I don't know. Does it matter? Not at all. Not even a little bit. Oh wow. That's,
okay.
It's like it's a
free form. It's improv.
It's a planet. It's improv. It's a planet of love. What if Sarah's gonna? SJ Pepper says, what if Sarah's gonna watch this Quilt Nerd replay and know she's like, hey, my quilt. That would be amazing.
Well, Sarah got rid of it, so
it's true. Or maybe she's been looking for it and she's like, oh, look, Quilted Soul just resubbed for 1 month. Quilted Soul.
Oh, that's great.
You got the kitty sewing. Quilted Soul. May I just say, it worked. Thank you for letting us know that worked. Quilted Soul just resubbed for a month. And you know what? I really appreciate that. If you resubbed, it means that you like something that you're seeing. We have a really good time here. The Quilt Nerd on Parade show is about to end because we have just one more quilt in the parade.
Oh, Kitty gifted it. That was very nice.
Oh, and Kitty gifted it. That's right. It was a resub. I mean, it was a gift sub to Quilted Soul. And Quilted Soul, that means that somebody wanted to give you something as a gift to say, hey, come back. Like, you're really welcome here. And a gift sub lasts for 1 month. And so at the end of a month from now, if you're like, I really like that show, and I like having access to like the emotes, and I like that my name gets thrown into the giveaway pot and all this stuff, and you can have access to the Discord too and hang out with us. Anyway, I know I'm kind of giving you the hard sell, but I hope that you enjoy the show for the next month as a subscriber, and when that ends, I hope you'll subscribe.
And if you're a Prime member,
that's right.
it comes with your membership. They make you work for it, right? You have to kind of jump through a couple of hoops to get it, but
It's true.
it's not really that hard.
Exactly.
It's more than 3 clicks, which is my rule, 3 clicks.
I know.
But
I know.
it's maybe 5.
It's maybe fun. So after a month passes, set a reminder on your phone, and you can subscribe for free to this show through Amazon Prime. And so, yeah, it's kind of hard. But you know what Stephanie and Susanna and I are working on? We're working on a how to subscribe through Amazon Prime one sheet. So it'll be like an info sheet to help you out.
Do you want me to do the thing
Do the thing.
that we talked about or not? I
Oh
don't
my
have
god!
to.
Oh my god! What did we talk about? I love it. Do the. Oh yeah.
The challenge
Let's talk about it.
Okay.
And because we have ideas, we talked about it today
Okay.
on our meeting.
Okay.
It's a fabulous
TBD.
The answer is yes, and it is a fabulous idea about a subscription drive. But let's talk about it and do the
Okay.
a subscription challenge. We're gonna do it, but we'll talk about it. Okay, Bonnie, you have been waiting patiently, and everybody, thank you for being here for the Quilt Nerd on Parade show. Special guest Elle Riggs.
Oh, that wasn't for me. That was.
It was for you.
It's for everybody
I knew the timing. I didn't want to say Elle Riggs was coming just in case something, was a crack up, but I couldn't wait to have her on. It's so cool that you've been here. And Bonnie, you've been waiting patiently. We did the alphabet backwards tonight. You are going to be the beautiful and you're going to be the caboose, the hottest caboose that ever was. You know what I mean.
We saved the best for last. How about that?
It's true. It's true. We saved the best for last. Bonnie, we are presenting. Oh, this is really great. Oh no! I forgot one thing. Here. This is a close up. Sorry, this is a close up from the quilt. This is very, very beautiful from the quilt that was saved. Okay. All right, Bonnie, are you ready for this? Ah! What an awesome way to end.
Yay.
Okay, and Steph, if we're missing stuff. Echo so I don't have something from you. I don't, honey. I really don't. Kenny, thank you for resubscribing for 5 months. That's awesome. Echo, I don't have anything. Oh God, that was like my fear, my absolute fear. But I downloaded all the thing
All the.
But
dots.
listen, you send me the thing, okay? And we will look at it. It's not perfect, but I don't know. Something didn't happen, but we'll get you. We'll get you an internet glitch. Okay. Let me give Bonnie her moment, and you just. Okay, we'll figure it out. Okay. Bonnie Kane says, "I pieced this quilt and quilted it." I love that. Lisa dropped her glasses. She was like, "Oh God, this is so beautiful." She dropped her glasses. I just finished it at the beginning of June. Months ago, knew it, Mary showed us a quilt that was red, white, and blue kaleidoscope. Yes, it bit me and became an obsession. I love it.
Yes.
I love it. Look at this thing. This is fabulous. I enjoyed it until I had to take out all the paper pieces out of the back because I paper pieced the blocks. Oh yeah. I made this quilt.
Did you use a phone book?
Did you use a phone book? If you did, that's wow.
That would be.
It would be. I like how you work that in, no matter what. I love it. Bonnie, oh wow. I love this. I love it.
I'm impressed that she did more than just take a screenshot of what inspired her.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
followed through.
Exactly. You did the whole thing. And yes, you paper pieced the blocks and you had to tear all the paper pieces out of the back. It gets kind of old. It really does. Because it is so many tiny points, right? Mm-hmm. But isn't it fun? It's one block. That's all it is. It's one block. Now Bonnie says, I am happy that it's done. I have submitted it to the Brandywine Valley Quilters to be accepted into their show. And I think, let's see, hang on. Let me just see now. Okay, this is our last photo. This is it. This is the quilt. It's finished. You quilted it. This is the finished one. It's so great. I've submitted it to the Brandywine Valley Quilters to be accepted into their show. Listen, I say it's getting in, even if it doesn't. This is like the perfect end to the Quilt Nerd on Parade, because this was inspired by a quilt on the show.
Yes, and it's red, white, and blue. And we're going into, what is it, 4th of July weekend?
Yes, it's true. It's perfect. And but no matter what the context, It's wonderful, Bonnie. The thing is that the kaleidoscope pattern relies heavily. It's all about the contrast. You have to have the lights and the darks in the right spot for those circles to occur.
Yeah, the secondary pattern, right?
Exactly. You've got to have your lights and your darks in the right spot. And now let me show you one fun thing about this quilt. Okay. So, and maybe we looked at this, but I'm going to zoom in really, it's going to be really weird for you and me, but if you, okay, look at this. So we've zeroed in on this block, right?
Yep.
It might be easier there.
Yep.
So the darks in this block are making an X, like an X marks the spot. We might have talked about it. Did we talk about it?
No, well, I don't know,
Okay.
but I see it. Yeah.
So that's the block, okay? This is the same block.
I know, it looks so different.
I know, right? It's just that the lights and the darks are making a cross, like a medieval kind of cross, right? And so, Bonnie, you just nailed it. Because you've got all these different scraps, but your lights and your darks are dark enough and light enough. You know, the contrast is enough that you've got this wonderful color play. It's just fabulous. You exactly. It's a Quilt Church moment. You totally nailed it. You're very, very good at this. and so everyone is. That is the Quilt Nerd Parade. Echo, so just DM me, okay? But I don't know. I'm just proud. I'm proud of folks. I don't know what else to say. Maybe that's weird. I'm not your mother, but I'm proud of you. It's an honor. This is the best. I love that we do this quarterly, right?
Yeah, I think it's great.
It's so much fun to see what you're doing. Congratulations, Kelly. It's Kaleidoscope, and it's just one of the oldest quilt patterns. It's traditional. Nobody owns it. It's not copyrightable. It's just doable. And Bonnie, I'm sure, can share with you the paper piecing template that she used. It's fabulous. It's fabulous. For Kenny and Kelly, IWC Quilt says it's stunning. And Bonnie says, I had a lot of triangles left over, so I gave them to a new girl in my guild, and now I have a new friend.
Nice.
Oh, cool church.
Oh, church.
I mean,
sorry.
I was
abusing it.
You know what? I think about that all the time. I'm like, am I doing too much soundboard? And then I'm like, I don't think so. By the way, I sent Stephanie Cake, our producer, a soundboard. Well, I sent her a Stream Deck tool today, this thing that we've been using. Sorry, I can't see it. So she may have a few sound cues herself, but she'll also be able to do lots of other things because that tool can do many other things other than play duck sounds. I just don't use it for that, but Stephanie can do that. Anyway, so for those who came in late, this is my sister, okay? My older sibling, Hannah. And Hannah is going to be the special guest on the show on Saturday night.
So exciting.
And she's stunning. She's gorgeous. She taught me everything I know. And this is a picture of Hannah and my mom as we were making our quilt for our sister, my younger sister, Rebecca. Ivy Godivi said, unbelievable parade. So thrilled to be part of Quilt Nerd. Same. So Hannah has made quilts, and she's artistic. She does leather work, and she's a painter. She's fabulous, and she's very excited to be on the show, and I'm excited to have her on the show, and we will be doing a trip down memory lane. I'm going to ask Hannah, I'm going to show her pictures of the past, like Mom and Liz when they were like, spring chickens, like on the TV set, and Hannah was, she's 4 years older.
So she'll remember it differently.
Yes,
and,
yes, she'll be turning. I'm going to turn 43 in August. Oh my God, Hannah will turn 47 in October. So she was older when Mom was doing stuff, so she's going to have different memories, but she remembers Jean Ray Laurie, she remembers Doreen Speckman, she remembers all this kind of stuff. So I'm going to throw like random pictures at her, and we're going to talk about it and just see what happens. Yeah, and I want to do does Hannah think it's hot or not kind of thing. Yeah, so it'll be a crack up is what it's going to be. And you can meet my sister Hannah, who is she's beautiful. And if you want to get to know her a little bit before Saturday night, someone mentioned, I forget who said it, that Hannah has a TED Talk on YouTube. So you should definitely just Google, or you go to YouTube and put Hannah Fons TED Talk. And Stephanie, thank you so much, Stephanie, just put in Hannah's Instagram, which is Amazon-esque And you can see my sister Hannah. I love her very, very, very much, and I'm so excited that she'll be on the show. So, everybody, that's the show, y'all. Let me go up here. We didn't talk about the intro quote, but you know what? That's okay. That's okay. Let's get some jazz.
Save it for another day.
Let's save it for another day. We got some jazz. We're going to get big. I'm a little sweaty. Hold on. Let's move us over here. I think, can we give it up for Lisa? Ella Riggs, everybody. She came through Chicago.
It was fun.
It was super
so fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. You were great.
Highly recommend.
You were really great. You were really great, and it was such a nice thing to have you on the Quilt Learn on Parade show. It was perfect. Great show, great parade, says it's okay. Felt like sweets. Thanks, Mary. Great show. I agree. Everybody says you are doing a great job. Applause for Lisa. It's a standing invitation. I adore you all so much, and I know Lisa says this is kind of like we were saying, like we found our people. We found our people, and we love our guilds. They're great. Quilt Learn's something a little bit different. And I was like, we should have an event sometime. And thank you also, Stephanie Cake, you're the best. You are the best. Thank you so much. That's right. That's right. And we will see you all on Saturday. But listen, you keep your notifications on. If you don't follow the show yet, if you're new or like, what's this all about? Hit that follow thing and turn on your notifications, because I don't want to promise anything. But the thing is, I'm going to be hanging out with my mom. I'm going to be hanging out with my sister Hannah and my younger sister Rebecca. We're all going to be together at Door County for this holiday weekend for like 4 or 5 days. So is there going to be a surprise stream? Very possible. It's very possible, a pop-up stream. So stay in touch, keep it close, and we will see you definitely Saturday. If not before, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. Okay, everybody, take care. Stephanie, thank you so much, my dear. Thank you. Thank you.
I'll see you on the other side.
See you on the other side. Okay, bye, everybody. Thank you so much. You're the best.